Your chance, America, to show the world's great road cars just how good an American car can be. The name of this great new car is Pontiac 6000, an exciting new front-wheel drive automobile that does its talking where it counts, on the road. It's loaded for bear with an electronically fuel-injected 4-cylinder engine, McPherson strut front suspension, power rack and pinion steering, and available V6 or diesel. Pontiac 6000. Now the excitement really begins.
Hello, Susan. This is your cousin Howard. He's going to spend the summer with us.
The whole summer?
M&M's make friends, friends who share with one another. M&M's make friends.
With M&M's chocolate candies, the rich milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
M&M's make friends.
Because everybody's hair is different.
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 Silkience, a conditioner that goes only where your hair needs it. Look, the light colors show how Silkience goes only where Brenda's hair needs it. But Kay's Burn thirsts for Silkience all over. And Kyoto needs it only on the ends. Silkience, what you don't need rinses clean away. Silkience, the science of silkening your hair.
And that's not.
We see his stuff.
Now there's a bouquet from FTD, specially designed to create a magic moment in your life. We call it the FTD Magic Moment Bouquet, a bouquet with a magic all its own. Only your FTD florist has it.
Monday.
Am I gonna die?
A deadly epidemic strikes the mining camp, and Caroline risked her life to help the kids.
I'll go.
Little House on the Prairie. Then meet the boys in Company C.
These people die at my command.
They're underage, raring to go, and ready to fight. Right after an all-new Little House, Monday. Thursday.
Hey, he's got a pipe!
A felon saves Rinko's life, and Belker goes undercover after a ring of bank robbers.
Open up, Dogbert!
Hill Street Blues.
Paragran says it gives you what you need with 16 vitamins and minerals. Myadex says it gives you what you need with 17 vitamins and minerals. Centrum says it gives you what you need with 21 vitamins and minerals. This gives you more than any of them. Introducing new improved 1-a-day plus minerals. More of what you need. 24 vitamins and minerals in a more complete formula. New 1-a-day plus minerals from Miles Laboratories. The most complete leading vitamin and mineral formula ever.
Kathy Rigby for Stay Free Maxi Pads.
When I get up on the balance beam, I have to feel really comfortable with every turn, every position, every detail. And I choose Stay Free Maxi Pads for comfort too. They have comfort I can count on. You see, Stay Free Maxi Pads are beltless. 2 adhesive strips hold them comfortably in place. And they're full-size protection too. Try Stay Free Maxi Pads for comfort you can count on.
Beth is about to try a new gel, Colgate Winter Fresh Gel.
Hey, what a super-looking gel. Winter Fresh Gel. Let me try. What a cool taste. Let me try. Mom!
Introducing new Winter Fresh Gel, the cavity-fighting gel from Colgate. New Winter Fresh is a creamy blue gel packed with Colgate's proven MFP fluoride, the maximum fluoride protection a toothpaste can give.
Let me try.
Beth, it's good for both of you.
I was just about to share.
Trust Colgate to make fighting cavities taste terrific.
Fight cavities with regular flavor Colgate or new Winter Fresh Gel. Maximum fluoride protection in a great-tasting gel.
Just had a guitar lesson, man.
I bet those hands hit a sour note.
Oh, it's dishwashing. What'll I try?
Everything. And use palm olive liquid. You're softening in it.
Real soft, like a lotion. Must be mild.
You got it. Palm olive softens hands while you do dishes.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Wednesday, America's fallen in love with a unique new family.
Must be in the genes, huh?
The heartwarming comedy that everybody's talking about.
Will I be famous?
Love, Sydney.
Hey, Joey, what's that light?
You drink Schmidt's Light.
Well, yeah, but...
Come on, you know Schmidt's Light, 96 calories that taste like a million.
Uh-huh.
Well, now you can get it on draft.
On draft, too. I gotta try that.
Coming right up.
There it goes again.
What's that?
The light.
Light?
Full tasting, less filling Schmidt's Light beer. Now on draft. Everywhere you see the light.
How'd you do that?
Do what?
Schmidt's Light. One beautiful beer.
The Prince family invites your family to buy 2 and get 1 free. A special 2-week-only offer you'll find in this week's food section of your newspaper. Buy 2 of your family's favorite Prince spaghetti and get 1 free. Buy 2 delicious Dutch-made noodles and get 1 free. So get great tasting savings with these Prince coupons all right here in this week's food section of your newspaper. All delicious savings for your family from the Prince family.
Look for this insert in Sunday or Monday's paper. You may already be a winner in McDonald's Quality Game or an entrant in the Lucky Liberty Bonus Sweepstakes. It's just for you.
Now, an Eyewitness News update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Rucker. Things are bound to be rosier tomorrow at the Philadelphia Flower Show. People who attended the show today were forced out in the rain after someone told police there was a bomb in the building. Good news tonight for 40 laid-off workers at U.S. Steel's plant in Fairless Hills. One furnace is back on the line, and 40 people are going back to work. It's going to be rough weather out there tonight, so be careful. Join us at 11.
Flamingo Road star Christina Raines is on Our Magazine Monday afternoon at 3. The End continues, starring Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Dom DeLuise.
Bet hiking makes you hungry, Alex.
I'll save.
Looks like you're really enjoying that Skippy peanut butter sandwich.
Tastes great.
Guess Mom packed it because Skippy's nutritious.
Nutritious?
Your mom knows, ounce for ounce, Skippy has more protein than a hot dog, chicken salad, even liverwurst. And Skippy has no cholesterol. What is it you like best about hiking?
Lunch.
For good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy Creamy and Super Chunk.
How do birds fly? Where do zebras get their stripes? How can one sleepy fella ask so many questions?
Come on, now it's our time. I made some General Foods International coffee.
A touch of orange.
It's orange cappuccino. I'm having Swiss mocha. I love that chocolate taste. By the way, where do zebras get their stripes?
Please, no more questions.
Celebrate the moments of your life.
With General Foods International coffees.
Break open the mint that's sparkly fresh. Break open the mint that cools your breath. Break open the bread savers.
Cool, refreshing, sugar-free Breath Savers. The blue in the middle breath mint. Breath Savers, now with a new improved formula that lasts even longer.
Break open the mint that's clean and crisp. For bread that's fresh enough to kiss. Break open the bread savers.
They're sugar-free.
There's nothing we want to watch on TV tonight, but we're still going to watch something great with our RCA video disc player and video discs.
Just flip a switch, and we see Kramer versus Kramer, Close Encounters, Blue Lagoon, Comedy, Muppets, Rock, Shock, and 150 more.
The remarkable RCA video disc player. It's now more affordable than ever.
Put it this way, we're watching a great movie, and you're watching us.
The bank's been robbed! Tuesday, it's a special 2-hour Maverick at a new time.
I have a receipt.
When Maverick's money's stolen, he and Sandine hit the dusty trail to track down the culprits.
My writer, moving fast.
But Mary Lou beats him to the punch.
Hold it!
On Brett Maverick. Then, look who's moving to a new day and time. The Mandrells, that's who.
All right!
Tuesday, following a 2-hour Brett Maverick, beginning at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on NBC.
I'm not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here. You know what?
Just be adults.
What is the point
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay. Next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know. This channel is harsh reality. Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't, no, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl, like
that is the best shit fucking
shopping for dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with people.
Shout out to Cherry for just being easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot. And yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys. Woo! People. Happy Good Friday for those of you who are Catholic, Christian, whatever. And a happy Easter if I don't see you guys on Sunday. I mean, I'm probably actually I got a live schedule tomorrow, so I'll be able to wish you guys a happy Easter then too, at least. Tomorrow I'll be going over the recent decisions of Auntie Bev in the John O'Keefe, Karen Reed case. Now, yeah, this is I haven't done since before yesterday. I haven't been doing streams like this in a minute, really. And as I explained yesterday, it feels nice, honestly. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed not doing streams like this, and I see a lot of people commenting. Yes, I watched Seth Rogers' interview just now with Pascal, at least most of it. And yes, I did see the part where he said that no YouTubers had anything to do with the threats that we'll be discussing here. I'm not quite convinced, though. Not quite convinced. So this is going to be right now. We're just going to go over a few things. An old favorite of ours decided to drop a video. I have not watched it yet. I've had it sent to me. I've had people talk about it and message me about it or tag me about it or whatever. And normally I go over these things and I like to react to them. So before we even get into the Dolly and JLR crap, let's go over all our old friend Mr. Cuckchurch. Old Mr. Cuckchurch. Yeah, he's back at it again. Oh man. Okay, let's take a listen to what old Mr. Cuckchurch had to say.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it simple. This Kylie Rodney case is not over with. It didn't even fucking end yet.
Okay, so this dude already. Now, hold on. Let me see something here. All right. Somebody told me that he had tagged Sebastian Rogers in this, but I don't see it. Honestly. So, yeah.
Yet. First off, let's recognize this. There was 4 YouTubers.
But he's wrong. The very first thing that comes out of his face is wrong because the Kylie Rodney case is over. It's done. It's long over with. It's been over with. It was established to be an accident. It was an accident. And that's it. There's no decent reason whatsoever to not allow this young girl to rest in peace and let her family mourn in peace. But of course, this dude has to step in here with his stupidity.
Attacking anybody who was looking into this. Apparently, they don't know each other and didn't associate with each other before this Kylie Rodney case.
Dude.
And they were all working.
So, Cuckchurch is currently being sued by Ickadmel. He just put Ickadmel's face up there, and he's currently being sued by Ickadmel, which I feel is well deserved, considering what Cuckchurch said about him, and the type of abuse that Ickadmel endured. Not to mention the abuse that Zanime endured. Not to mention the abuse that. I mean, I don't know about. I didn't even know Popcorn Planet was even talking about the case, so I don't fucking know anything about that. And then the other guy, I forgot his fucking name. All I know is the guy seems to buy his shirts at I mean,
We're YouTubers attacking anybody who was looking into this. Apparently, they don't know each other and didn't associate.
I mean, this dude right here. I had my fun with this guy. Now, just because the guy dresses like a child molester does not mean that he is one. So does he buy his shirts at Chomos or Us? Probably. But it doesn't mean that he's actually a Chomo. So yeah.
Associate with each other before this Kylie Rodney case. And they were all working together to misconstrue everybody and attack anybody who was finding out any fucking thing at all. And it seemed like the
Okay. So right there's more slander. More slander. These people were not working together. I've actually had conversations with each and every person that he showed there, except actually, no, yeah, I've spoken to everyone that he showed there. Didn't even know that Popcorn Planet, I even forgot his first name, but didn't even know that he talked about Kylie Rodney. Had no idea. Don't even know if he actually did. But yeah, I had a conversation with him once because he jumped on Nerd Reports Lewis's stream one time. And I spoke with Tony, that's his fucking name. The plaid shirt guy. I spoke with him and argued with him once, which was really funny. Because this dude, what was really ironic about that dude is he would do these streams with Zanime, and he was all buddy with her, but then as soon as Cuck Church decided to start accusing Zanime of things randomly for no reason, he ended up attacking her when he had Cuck Church on his panel with her on. It was the most nutless thing I've ever seen any man do in my life. And I've seen some nutless shit happen here on this platform quite a bit. But that took the cake. Really did. And then of course there's Ikadmel. I've spoken to him on I think it was Down the Rabbit Hole News's panel. So I've had conversations with all of these people. There's nothing to indicate that any of these people were actually communicating with each other, working together, as he put it. This is more just babblings coming from a total moron. So already, and I'm telling you, I haven't watched this yet. I'm not even 30 seconds into this video, and this dude is lying and slandering and spreading misinformation. Not even 30 seconds in. It's amazing.
The whole goal of what they were doing was to protect this fat bitch. Now, keep in mind, Zanime is the first motherfucker to have all this information about this party that nobody has information about. She's the only one who has it. But here's the problem with these.
That's actually not true at all. Zanime didn't have information on that party. Zanime had been, she was kayaking through the area where Kylie's party took place, where she disappeared from, and was found in the same area. And there's even video footage of her car going in the water. So yeah, it was absolutely determined to be an accident. Not only was there like no proof that there was foul play, there was proof that there was no foul play. So this guy is, now for those of you who don't know who this guy is, this guy's name is Ryan Upchurch. He is a recording artist and a content creator. And most of the time he just spends, I mean, I don't know why he does what he's doing, as far as like, he's a very talented guy, I guess, and successful successful enough, especially for somebody who's self-made as a musician, and you know, distributes his own music. He's not signed to any particular label. It's actually kind of impressive how he's handled his career so independently. But the thing is on his off time, he's a paranoid, psychotic fucking idiot. At least he appears to be. So, and I can't help but review his videos when he drops these things because they're fucking hilarious to me.
These fucking weird ass YouTubers taking up for her and correlating this shit is that she was blatantly fucking guilty looking right off the rip because she has 3 different stories about how she found out about this fucking party that happened, apparently. And none of them match each other at all.
The party that he's talking about that Zanime knew about was a completely separate party because it's a public national park area where people gather to throw parties and attend parties. That's what that area is for, pretty much. And there was a Spanish party that she talked about that she saw while she was kayaking. Completely separate party. Had nothing to do with the party that Kylie Rodney disappeared from. She didn't know anything about that party. The whole time she was like, I don't know anything. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It was fascinating.
So this was at actual campground, but it was like right next to them, right next to their party.
Oh wow!
And they look like they're having so much fun. I want to be part of this.
I mean, it's a completely different party,
right?
Yeah.
Now look, this is specific. So you see how he laughed about wanting.
So he puts that up there as though it's proof that she had all this information on the other party. Like, no, she just happened to be like. Now, here's the thing about her. I'll give you this much. I'm not going to trash talk her, but I'll give you this much as far as what my opinion goes as far as Zanime and what was going on. Zanime was simply jumping on the YouTube bandwagon, not true crime, not anything like that. She got her camera. She went out to a very public place in Northern California and filmed herself, and then happened to be in that area when Kylie Rodney attended this party. Didn't know anything about Kylie Rodney at the time. Didn't know shit. And then, of course, she figures she has something to contribute because she actually was in the area at the time and, you know, and was and got footage of the area from at that time. But it was nothing. It had nothing. So, I mean, but here's the thing is, you know, that's how YouTube works is people will take something like that and be like, oh, well, I was right there. And then if it might get them some clicks and views, then okay. And that's what she did. And she would stream with this Tony dude. And then this guy got all kinds of views because of it. And then this guy comes along and decides to tear the whole thing apart. It's really strange.
Wanting to be there and them both laughing about how they want to be there. Well, that guy, Tony Dodge, was there on his Facebook check-ins. That's probably why they're laughing, because they was there acting like they weren't there. So
okay. So according to this fucking genius, Tony Dodge and Zanime were at the party that Kylie was at. And they know more about what happened to her than anybody else. Right? They're responsible. They played a part in Kylie Rodney's disappearance. This dude is fantastic.
So on Tony Dodge's Facebook, on his GPS check-ins, guess what? He checked in somewhere on August 9th and August 11th. Do you know where that might be? Truckee. Where was Anime during that time? Oh yeah, Truckee. So my question is, why would you act like you're not there, but you are actually there?
So I took
No,
a video.
it's and it looks like a beautiful campground. No, it's gorgeous.
Right? And it was right next to that.
Wow. So this is a place where families go to have a good time. It looks safe. It looks safe.
Exactly. Exactly.
Looks like a safe place to be. It looks like a lot of fun.
And
But,
then, so this was Friday night.
Looks like a safe place to be. Looks like a lot of fun.
Bunch of kids out there having a good time. No, you don't.
I gotta tell you, like, I just can't watch this Tony dude without fucking laughing because he's such a fucking dipshit. Like, I can't fucking stand that guy. Seriously, like, he was such a fucking nutless douchebag when like I never seen anybody simp harder. Like, the only person I ever saw simp for Ryan Cuckchurch harder was Dolly Vision. That was the only person I ever saw simp that much harder. Like, Dolly Vision, like, just like set up shop in Ryan Upchurch's ass. It was like the most, it was like cringeworthy to see, because like Ryan Cuckchurch ended up in Dolly Vision's chat and then super chatted him $500. And then Dolly Vision just turned into a little girl over it. It was it was fucking hilarious. Oh man, Ryan Upchurch, I can't believe you gave me $500, Ryan. Oh my God. Holy shit, man. I mean, dude, if you could see my asshole right now, it's so puckered up just for you, man. I swear to God.
There's a video that I have. There was a party right next to the party itself. I have a video of a Snapchat because I went to during the whole situation. I went on Snapchat and just kind of like, oh, let's see if anybody's posting stuff around this area. There's a video about this beautiful Hispanic party, and I don't remember, like, they were grilling the cactuses, but I really want to try them.
Beautiful Hispanic party, right?
But it was like literally right next to their party site. So I'm curious if any of those people actually saw anything that happened, or they heard anything, or that party was conjoined with the other party. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I was.
What was the beautiful Spanish party? I remember that quote, and stuff. What was that about?
So it's a screen capture from an iPhone from a Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened once I found out about this case? What I did, I went on Snapchat Maps, and I zoomed in around this area, and then clicked. There's a little blue dot over there, and then clicked to see if there's any videos of the party or anything else. So that's all it is.
So pretty much she used Snapchat. So pretty much this fucking 40-year-old lady and her 40-year-old friends used Snapchat to find a teenage party. Why would you do that?
And the reason I did not release it, because it had a person's name at the top, full first and last name, and I didn't feel right for me.
That's cool, man. Like, and listen, I'm not shitting on anybody for being Cuckchurch fans. I'm not. My issue was with the fans that I like to call the Cuck Squad. My issue was them who jumped on this bandwagon and encouraged this insane behavior. Like, I could separate the art from the artist. Like, if you're a Cuckchurch musical fan, then great. I'm not going to criticize anybody for that. That's exactly what he should be fucking doing, is just sticking to that shit. What I'm saying is, as soon as he gets into true crime, he ends up fucking, he's like a bull in a china shop and just fucks everything up. He is, nobody would take him seriously, but the problem with him is that he has 3 million subscribers. So he has a whole shit ton, like an entire network of people that are absorbing his misinformation, and have many of them the mentality to harass. And they absolutely did this. They harassed Dick and Mel. They harassed Zanime. They harass Kylie Rodney's family. They harass Kylie Rodney's friends. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to fucking listen to musically. I don't give a shit what you listen to. But I'm saying these videos are dangerous because of how many subscribers he has. Like this isn't like he's going up here talking about the last episode of Law and Order SVU. He's up here talking about someone's life, someone's death. He's talking about their loved ones. He's making accusations at people who miss this child. I mean, she was a 17-year-old kid. You know, so it's that shit's not fucking okay, man. You know, like I don't give a shit. You know, this isn't a fucking rap battle. This is people's lives that you're spreading false rumors about that are not in a rap battle with you. You're just making shit up and putting their faces and names out there, accusing them of things. It's crazy
for me to actually release it because that's their personal information.
Anyway, when you say there was a Mexican party going on, how did you know there was a Mexican party going on?
Well, there's a music, and it was a very
yeah, bro. Like, see, I can answer that. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Just out of tribute for my man. Here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. 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 I think we got a super 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 dad. Super dad.
See, he's not completely useless. Appreciate you, Jam Cracker. Some good came out of it.
It's a very cultural.
Like I could tell you how you know it's a fucking Mexican party. Okay, now it's a little racist for her to assume that it's a Mexican party, but at the same time, it's kind of a safe assumption considering that it's in California. You know, somewhat. You know, it's in California, and if you know the difference between like different Spanish music, such as, you know, there's Mexican contemporary, there's bachata, there's merengue, there's salsa, there's all kinds of different, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, there's some pretty clear indications that you're seeing a Mexican party go down. If there's, you know, a lot of turquoise and tequila, for instance, that is an absolute coincidence that person just just dropped the chat in there. I'll read it anyway. I just highlighted it because of the name. And so because of that, you win Handle of the Day. Is that the fast talking lady that found the people that heard the car go in and saw the lights sinking or whatever? No. But no, yeah, like there's some pretty clear indications that you're seeing. I mean, as a Hispanic myself, like I'm Dominican. I can tell the difference between a Mexican party and a Cuban party, a Dominican party. But, you know, she's from the Ukraine, so she might not know the difference, and that's okay. That's okay. As a Hispanic, I'm going to let her slide. But yeah, it's not an unsafe assumption to say that it was a Mexican party. But let's just stick to what's important. It was not Kylie Rodney's party. So, I mean,
party.
I'm a local from this town, so I found something out, and I just want to curious how it works out to you. When you were there at that party, did anybody call 911 that night?
Oh, there's Popcorn
I was
Planet.
not at any party.
How do you know there was music there?
Snapchat. It's a video from Snapchat.
Okay, I don't know that. No, I was asking if her niece was the one that had sent her a Snapchat from the party, and she said that she heard the music. So I was curious on who sent it to her, or did 3 girls from a store?
Because the point was that it you know, since she's being fucking accused of something insane, it makes sense to differentiate the party, because Kylie Rodney's party was a high school graduation celebration. And Kylie Rodney is not Mexican or Hispanic, and neither seem to be her close friends anyway, the ones that we are aware of. So I mean, it makes sense. Like, of course she's gonna have to bring that up when you've got some insane person accusing you of being at a party that somebody disappeared from, a kid, and you could say, well, no, I saw another party, not that party.
Or in our town send it to you?
No one sent it to me. It's on the Snapchat open source maps. And I did a screen recording of the open source tool that is available on Snapchat.
Okay. That's all I mean, there's lots of other questions.
I mean, she said a bunch of times that her niece is 11. It's just like, it's kind of, do you really feel the need to like keep at? You think she's lying about that? And I'm asking genuinely because I'm trying to.
I know you were planning the trip, but is that a big thing for you to travel to?
It's 3 hours away.
Okay.
It's 3 hours away from here. And then I actually spent a night with my friend in Sacramento. So on the 12th, I spent there, and it's about an hour and a half away from Sacramento.
And how did you because you said that you didn't, and I'm going to ask you, you said you already had the plan to go kayaking there, but before August the 6th, when Kylie disappeared, is that fair to say? Or do you just like the area, or how did you find about the area?
So Lake Tahoe area is very beautiful.
Right.
And literally that lake is the only body of water I have not kayaked around that area.
So you're a kayaker. You love doing that.
See what I'm saying? So even though her story is so fucked, these individuals, even though it's fucked, they're trying to unfuck it for her. So now that that's established, what did Xana May keep telling everybody? You must call the police. Here's the number for the police. The police. Call the police. The police. Here's the thing about the fucking police. You got to ask yourself this. Why is Nevada County and Placer County police separated from Truckee police the entire time? Well, the situation happened smack dab in the middle of Truckee. So how come the Truckee police are not talking on these press conferences? It's only Nevada County and Placer County. Well, I find
because Truckee's in Nevada County. First of all, let me explain to you. True Crime 101, homie. Okay? I'm gonna help you out. Throw you a bone. Okay? Truckee Police, Nevada County Sheriff's Department, separate entities. It all depends on whose jurisdiction it is. It might be a state police matter. It might be a county sheriff's matter. It might be a city matter. I mean, and they decide under, whatever protocol there is to decide whose jurisdiction it is and who's going to handle the case, who's going to be leading the investigation. That's it. It's not that hard. Like it's really simple. Like you have your county sheriff's department, you have the city within that county that has their police department, and then you have the state police that both of those things that I just named fall inside of. So again, it could be a state police matter, it could be a county sheriff's matter, or it could be a city police matter. It all depends on who they decide. And of course, they're going to usually, depending, especially if there's a missing person, they tend to, and if there's a California Bureau of Investigation, Like here in Tennessee, there's a Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. They might be involved. The FBI might even be involved. You just never know. But whoever is in charge, whoever locally is in charge of the investigation, is going to determine whether or not they're going to request federal help. But yeah, when it comes to a missing person, you're going to have usually multiple agencies involved, and it's never surprising that even the FBI would be involved. So it just all depends on who's lead on the investigation. In the Summer Wells case, there's the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, there's the TBI, there's the FBI, but the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department are in charge of the investigation, with the TBI and the FBI liaising with assistance. That's it. It's how it works. Doesn't even matter what.
I find it pretty weird that Nevada County and Placer County are the only ones in these press conferences, right, that appear to know anything. But when this apparent car was found, who's the only cop car that was there? The one that's not involved with these press conferences, a Truckee cop car.
Right. If it does,
I went to
if
Google
it
Earth
does
and I was-
happen on federal land, then it's automatically federal jurisdiction. But the thing is if it doesn't happen on federal land and the FBI is involved, it's 99% chance that it's because they were requested to be involved. The local authorities have to. I mean, that's why we are states and commonwealths, because we are capable, each state, of governing ourselves. Now, there will be federal intervention if it's necessary, or if it happens, like you said, on federal land. Well, then the federal government would have jurisdiction over that. But if it happens locally and the FBI is involved, 99% chance that it's because they requested for the FBI to be involved and help.
I was like, you know what? Nevada County Police and Placer County Police are being weird. I'm going to look up their police department. You can't find it on Google Earth. You go to Placer County Police Department, it's nothing but a fucking admin center and a road depot.
Okay, now I got to tell you guys, I had a blast going over, because this guy was dropping video after video, and I had a blast for a while there going over his shit. Like, the dude would make these videos and pull up like Google Earth and look for these things, and it was just really funny. At one point, he pulled up a television station and was like, "There's no television station in this area." And like, you could clearly see, like, in the video that he pulled up and in the area, like, there's a building with satellites like all over the roof, and and a sign that says it's a news station. And he totally just like acted like it wasn't there. It was just really funny. Like, he's the one who pulled it up. I had a blast going over his videos because he's just an idiot.
Notice the informational sign says the sheriff's department is down the street somewhere. The only thing that's pointing up that road is the road depot, so it's not a...
Oh, he's sticking to it. Yeah, the sheriff's department was there too, by the way, when he tried to say that it wasn't.
Department.
I mean, that could absolutely be a sheriff's department. Like, I this dude is just too much. And that's cool too, man. I mean, I think, listen, here's my thing with him. I think he's a piece of shit for not giving a fuck about how his actions have affected other people.
All right, so Nevada County Sheriff Department appears to be...
That's my issue. If he were to apologize for that genuinely, you know, like take accountability for it, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, all right. You know what I mean? Like that's but the thing is we're just seeing somebody who's just so full of himself and so fucking proud. He knows he's not making any sense. He doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't give a shit. Like he's been slapped with lawsuits for defamation, and he doesn't care.
To be a housing complex with no cop cars at all whatsoever. Just random cars and kayaks. So on Google Earth, in front of Nevada County Sheriff Department, there's another Nevada County Sheriff Department. But when you click on that one's also not a police department at all. It's just a dingy little hut with SPU on it. Don't even say police or nothing. So I looked up what SPU even means in abbreviation form. Everything that I found doesn't involve police departments at all. So SPU means a spot to pick up something, or it's a series of information used to communicate. Who's communicating?
How am I supposed to hate this guy? You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to hate? He brings me so much fucking joy. Like I said, even though I think he's a piece of shit, like I can't hate him. It would be unfair to not acknowledge the fact that I watch the guy and crack up laughing every fucking time. Whether it's at his expense or not, it doesn't matter. He still provides me with joy. Very much like Plevin. Exactly. Very much like Plevin. Very much like Grant. You know, very much like these folks. Like, this is...
So pause. Think about this. Zanime is saying, call the police, call the police, call the police. She's given the same number as the Nevada and Placer County sheriffs are given at their press conferences, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, look at this spokesperson, self-proclaimed on the bottom of the screen as the sheriff. What is her name?
Good afternoon. My name is Angela Musalam.
So let me get this straight. You're the fucking sheriff of this police department that no one can find to exist.
Don't do it, man. Don't fucking do it. Like, in my head right now, I am straight up. No. Wait. Don't fucking do it, man.
And Zanime is telling everybody call the police, giving the same number, and you'll have pictures together. So this Angela Musalam lady who knows Zanime is the police, right? Well, that's what I thought. So now this lady who's been with the Placer and Nevada County police all week doing press conferences saying she's the police. Now that police station that I can't find no information about is saying she's not the police. So Zanime, what are you doing? You telling people to call the police that is not the police. It's really your friend that you have pictures with? Well, no wonder y'all don't.
Did she say not to? Did she say to call her? No. What is going on right now?
Or anybody to look into this shit, because it is 20 kinds of fucked.
And thank goodness. Like, I thought he was going to do something and he didn't do it. So good.
By the way, this case never fucking ended, by the way.
Yeah,
you want to see the actual fucking chain of events?
Over.
So here's the chain of actual events. August 6th.
I gotta see that one more time. Hold on. I gotta. Oh my god, that is the funniest shit. Oh my god.
The actual fucking chain of events. So here's the chain of actual events. August. You want to see the actual fucking chain of events? So here's the chain of actual events. August 6th.
I thought he was gonna like keep him in my fucking head. Like I know I'm stoned right now, but like in my mind, I gave him like the benefit of the doubt. He was gonna like pull up fucking documents and fucking reports and shit. I thought he was actually gonna fucking true crime this shit, and he pulls out a fucking drawing with marker. Oh my fucking god, bro. You are killing me, dude.
6th. Kylie goes missing. August 7th. The mom is on internet TV. August 8th. Some YouTube detectives come along. August 9th. A vast search from the actual Truckee police happens. By the way, they don't find anything in the lake or any evidence of any fucking party at all. Then, on the 10th, the press conference comes from Nevada and Placer County.
No, they don't find anything in the lake except the missing person's body, her car, and a drink from the party. Okay. Wow, dude. You are killing me, dude.
Placer County. By the way, Placer, Nevada was never involved in the search. There is 0 pictures of them searching or looking for anything. August 15th. The search dies down from Truckee because they're like, what the fuck is going on here? August 20th. The same day that the Truckee police are like, hey, the search is going to die down, AWP shows up. The next day, AWP finds the body in 35 minutes, and they confirm that it's her on Facebook at 2:30. How can you confirm it? You're not a coroner. You're not a fucking cop. You're a YouTuber. So when AWP finds this body at 2:30, it takes a fucking hour for Nevada police to be like, oh, yeah, we're aware of the information. And Nevada County Police claims they're sending officers. Officers are on the way. The officers from fucking Nevada County never show up. There's only Truckee police trucks there. There ain't no Placer. There ain't no fucking Nevada. There's 0 of those. So August 21st, AWP finds the body. They're like, yep, it's her. We know. We're the feds, even though they're not. Then Nevada says they're sending people that never fucking showed up. Then on August 22nd, the Truckee police still refuse to say it's this alleged body that's called Kylie Rodney. On the same day, Nevada claims on Facebook that the car was.
So, like, they absolutely confirmed that it was Kylie Rodney. The case is closed. Like, they put out an official statement. They held a press conference. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't remember if they held a press conference, but I know that her mother stood in front of the world and asked for peace. That's what she asked for. She asked for peace. To mourn her daughter in peace. Meanwhile, this guy is full throttle doing this shit.
Car was found last night. They say last night. They don't say during the day when it was actually found, when the sun is out. They say last night. Now, Nevada County investigators and police, how the fuck do you mix up nighttime and daytime, you goofy fuck? And then last but not least, August 23rd was the last press conference. Nevada said they're staying in contact with the parents. Why ain't Truckee in contact with the parents? And why the fuck is Truckee the only police force that was even there? The people holding this fucking mysterious press conference was nowhere to be found. And this timeline all ends with Truckee police never saying if it was actually her. Which fits perfect because there ain't no fucking information saying this person is fucking real. 0.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is?
He also got sued by Kylie Rodney's family for saying that she wasn't real. Like he tried to say that the Kylie Rodney case was all a big hoax and Kylie Rodney was not an actual person that existed. This is dangerous and really shitty for someone to do who has 3 million followers.
because those people are, you know, some of them, a lot of them are unhinged. Just I mean, I dealt with a few of them here, you know. They would straight up make threats. It was crazy. Like they would straight up make threats.
I think these motherfuckers are selling foreign kids that have no documentation, which is why there's no information on them. I think they're giving them bullshit names, and I think they're communicating with each other using Google Maps and some weird fucking terminology for when these kids escape and they have to go find them. So they use fake police departments online to be like, oh, we're doing a search, y'all. Hey, we're searching. Then all the weirdos that know this language see it, they get online, they look, and they go search and find this shit, which is why it's this weird fucking community thing going on that no one understands. So you know what I would say? I'd say focus on Icked Mel. I'd say focus on Zanime.
What?
I'd say focus on Tony Dodge. And I'd say focus on Popcorn Planet, because all you motherfuckers are weird and tried to cover this shit up, even though it's blatantly obvious when you lay it out that it's all fucking bullshit. Or, and if it is all bullshit, why y'all trying to cover it up so bad? What function do you got going on?
This guy's acting like he's not right in the middle of a lawsuit. It's so crazy.
That involves this. What are you selling? What kind of money are you making?
He's acting like he's not right in the middle of a lawsuit with someone who he's mentioning by name and slandering. Like, it's crazy.
Because all you motherfuckers don't make all this money off your YouTube account. Your YouTube account fucking sucks. Y'all don't get any views hardly at all. So how are you making all this money unless you're selling something that no one knows about, bitch? Zanime, your YouTube channel consists of you doing not a fucking thing but watching what everyone else is saying. Icked Mel, you sit on your fucking computer watching the most boring police chases that are filmed by KCRA3 news channel.
Now, I gotta say, like, me and Icked Mel are cool as far as I know, but my favorite thing about his channel are the police chases. I'm not even trying to fucking lie. Like, it's great. It's great to get a notification. You don't get notifications on your TV for a fucking live police chase. That doesn't happen. So, like, when I get a notification on my phone that there's a live police chase and, you know, Icked Mel's the one covering it, I'm like, fuck yes, dope. It's exciting as hell. Like, it's exciting as hell to watch that shit. And it's live. You know what I mean? So, dude, of course. Like, I mean, why are you trashing this dude for giving us police chases, man? They're fun.
That Angela Musalam used to work for, by the way. Tony Dodge, you stay up all night in front of a fucking green screen. You've never been outside of that green screen on your shit. You get 0 views.
Dude, I mean, I don't even know what the fuck that dude is doing now. I haven't heard a peep from that motherfucker since this craziness. Since Kylie was determined, her death determined an accident.
Views, and you have all these people that come on your channel to talk about what? Missing kids and who is finding out what? Popcorn Planet. What the fuck do, you fat bitch? You don't do nothing either. You sit around complaining that people are looking into missing kids cases. You're all fucking suspect as fuck. And I'm looking. And I encourage everyone else who watches this video.
This dude is like not. Hold on. Let me. It's almost.
Don't even go say nothing to him. Just watch them. And look and see what they do.
I mean, like, it's not funny, but it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's not funny because the dude is straight up slandering innocent people. You know what I mean? But it's funny because he's fucking, I mean, this dude is riddled with guanosis. Do you guys know what guanosis is? He's batshit. That's the clinical term for batshit, by the way, folks. That's the made-up clinical term. But
I I have no words. That was this dude. Okay, so this dude spent months trashing people. Oh my God, here we go. It's got to happen. Like, especially in honor of my man here. And I'll get my thoughts together because it's a lot.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a 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 super chat. Super chat.
Oh, Rose, thank you so much. Okay, I just got the notification. I want the full Cuck Church. You got the full Cuck Church. That was the whole damn thing. So this dude is right now like in the middle of like two lawsuits, at least two lawsuits. And he's doing exactly what he's being sued for. Like right now, what he's being sued for, he just did on that video, like full on. Like that wasn't a fucking half a chubby. That was a fucking rock hard on. Like exactly what he's being sued for. That's it. I don't understand this guy's thinking. I don't understand this guy's thinking. It's fascinating. Is it the Lolly's son? You guys are killing me. There's so many people in here from the fucking free care and read community. It's so funny that you guys are like first seeing this shit. Yeah, this guy just came back from hibernation. And yeah, so I had to go over it. So now we're going to get a little serious here because the last few days have been really so yesterday we watched a video of Dolly basically being pissed off and butthurt that he couldn't just join the search for Sebastian Rogers with the Cajun Navy, who has been tasked with the responsibility. Oh my goodness, who is that? Bob Brown. Thank you, buddy, for the PayPal. Appreciate it. So Dolly was he drove out there just for content. Yeah, Bob Brown. Thank you, buddy. I just got it. I appreciate it, buddy. I didn't read the message though. But let me do that real quick because now that's going to be on my mind. I have to see what the message says here from Bob. Oh yes, I saw this on Twitter. Yeah, we're gonna talk all about that tomorrow, Bob. Absolutely. Yeah, apparently the Canton chief of police, Helena Rafferty, hit a pedestrian with her car. Imagine the irony. Imagine the irony if you've been following the John O'Keefe Karen Reed case. So Dolly got real butthurt about that, and he started mouthing off, even to the point that one might even construe them as threats. Him saying, your community's big, but my community's bigger, blah, blah, blah. You might have more money, but I've got more people, things of that nature. Really disgusting, really. And then this Let me do this real quick. Show you guys a couple screenshots. And then when I pull these up, they won't be in the order I want, but oh no. I didn't want that one. Sorry, give me 1 second here, folks. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, this was all right. Let me just go ahead and send it. Okay. Here we go. So I found this pretty interesting. So the United Cajun Navy put this out for immediate release today, and it says today's search for Sebastian Rogers has been called off due to increasing security concerns, and with the upcoming Easter holiday, the decision has been made as of this morning to pull back and regroup. This decision was not taken lightly, is made with the safety of all volunteers in mind. We want to thank all the volunteers that plan to be out searching today. We are very grateful. We will continue to evaluate the situation and support ongoing local efforts in the meantime. This does not mean the search is over. So there's that. And they also put this out. It says, anyone who deliberately impedes the investigation and search for Sebastian Rogers will be automatically be considered a person of interest, especially when we know those individuals have extensive criminal records. We are finalizing some intel that we will be turning over to law enforcement, and then we will begin the process of exposing those who actively tried to stop this search. These people are dangerous criminals, and the good people in and around Sumner County have a right to know about the evil embedded in their community. This is far from our first rodeo. We are honored to have been embraced by prominent members of this community, law enforcement, and elected officials. Just because a handful of mentally ill people with too much free time get emboldened by online keyboard warriors does not mean we will ever stray from our mission. We cannot be scared. We cannot be intimidated. We cannot be told where to go or when to leave. We have had plenty of those violent types slapped with restraining orders, thrown in jail, fired from their jobs, and many other consequences. To those who threatened, attacked, or threatened to attack, we have your voices recorded. We have you on surveillance videos. We have your vehicle information. We have your full arrest records. You will soon learn what happens when attacking the real Cajun Navy becomes more important to you than finding a missing child. Okay. Oh, see, Kirks, that makes sense. I don't have those handy right now. You're saying pull up the document that had the sign in order to participate in the search. That's why they wanted their own searches, because they couldn't sign the official docs due to their crimes. Exactly. Most of the time, they absolutely will not let you sign up if you have a felony. And I'm not sure that Dolly does, but I know that JLR does. Um, so, um, so these people have. We watched yesterday. I did a 5-hour live stream yesterday, and a lot of that was due to the fact that there was an hour-long video that I went through that was put out by Deets on the Streets. Now, I tweeted that video, and I highly recommend everyone watch it. If you have not seen it, Deets on the Streets made an incredible video about Jonathan Lee Riches. And as a matter of fact, let me just see if I can't pull it up real quick. Yeah, here we go. I played it yesterday, but I'm going to put it in chat just in case you have not seen it. That's the link to it. It's fantastic. And I vouch for Deets on the Streets 100% as far as her researching abilities, as far as her integrity. I vouch for her 150%. I've never seen even an ounce of anything that's even remotely seemed shady or even lazy when it comes to her doing research. So I highly recommend that you guys subscribe to her and watch that video because that's not even everything on JLR. That's not even everything on him. He's something else, this guy. And there's also this after we saw this. Now, so Dolly posted this. And it says, this is why you are nice. Now I believe it's since been taken down, but it says, this is why you are nice to people when you meet them, so you don't have to be butthurt later. Payback at JLR. Thanks for shout out. Get that scoop. So this is clearly a reference to the fact that Dolly made these threats yesterday, right? Dolly made these threats yesterday on live streams. Then and it was as a result because Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father, had put the United Cajun Navy in charge of the search, since law enforcement has decided to pull their efforts back since they have been working tirelessly for a month. Now, so Dolly basically makes these very veiled, well, not so veiled threats to the Cajun Navy, very pissed off that he couldn't use clout, use them for clout. Those people are in the business of saving and finding missing folks, and they are they should be respected. I have no reason to think that these are bad people. And I have no reason to think that they're just doing this to ham it up and steal someone's glory. But only someone who is looking for glory is going to see this and their efforts as stealing glory. And so Dolly gets upset because he thinks it's costing him money due to costing him content that's going to make him money. And then JLR, he posts this post from JLR from one of JLR's Facebook groups. And I'll read Dolly's caption again. This is why you are nice to people when you meet them, so you don't have to be butthurt later. Payback. JLR, thanks for the shout out. Get that scoop. And what he's referring to is United Cajun Navy are butthurt that Seth Rogers went on Dolly's channel. And that's something that Jonathan Lee Rich has posted in his Facebook group. Now, if you watch the video that I posted in chat, it is not at all unfeasible or unrealistic or even unfair to assume that these threats that took place were somehow facilitated by JLR, because JLR has a network of trolls at his disposal at this point. So I realized that Seth Rogers had went on Pascal's show and it was a nice interview. I don't really have any. I get annoyed when people ask things about trying to get Seth Rogers to say something juicy about the mom and stepdad. That annoys the shit out of me. Pascal touched on that a bit, but I mean, you know, I guess that's why the people who do that have 100,000 subscribers and I don't, because I'm just not fucking willing to do that. And I'm not going to reach out to any of these folks. Now, if Seth Rogers or you know, the Proudfoots want to reach out to me, I'll happily give them a platform to speak up and share their information as far as that. But you will not hear me ask them questions about their personal life. You will not hear me ask them questions about the ongoing investigation. And that's even the smallest type of question. I'm not going to ask them details about when was the last time you saw him, blah, blah, blah. What I'm going to ask him, what I would ask them are simply things that pertain to what would help find Sebastian, since he is missing and they don't know where he is. What's his favorite color? Tell me about one of his nervous tics. What are things to look out for? Small things. What's his favorite superhero? Things that if you came across somebody and they might give you a sign as to who they are. You know, something that might be helpful to finding Sebastian. To one of us. Because I get annoyed when people think that it's okay to just start asking these questions about trying to trip them up. And it's funny because these YouTubers feel so fucking justified in doing so because they saw Nancy Grace to it, like she's the end all be all fucking example to follow as far as true crime goes, and it's bullshit. She's actually the problem. To me, Nancy Grace is the fucking problem. Because Nancy Grace doesn't treat these people like they're real people. She has no evidence to indicate that these parents had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. It doesn't fucking matter what their home life was like. That's none of your fucking business what their home life was like. That's up to law enforcement. That's not up to the public. And the less we know, the easier it is for law enforcement to find the evidence and prove it, to use it in court. We don't need to know things like that. I don't need to know things like that. I'm not trying to solve a crime here. I'm trying to use my platform responsibly and put out the information about a scared kid. I mean, and what's really upsetting here is that these people have they don't seem to have any interest in that. You got to use your eyes, man. When you see that their actions are focused on pointing fingers at people, what formula leads to this missing child being found? Like, how do you get there from? I'm seriously asking, how do you get to finding him by publicly pressing the parents of a missing child? Because they're not going to break it down for you, and they're not going to break down for you on a YouTube channel. It never happens. It has never happened. And what you're doing, and all you're doing, is taking advantage of the fact that these parents have a missing child, and they want to be able to go on any platform they can, because it would be irresponsible for them as parents. Almost, they could view it that way. I wouldn't view it that way, but they might look at it as irresponsible for not doing everything that they can, and that includes going on fucking shit YouTube channels to spread information about their kid who's missing. So, that's how I look at it. Because I just don't fucking see how some asshole on YouTube is going to prove, or Nancy Grace for that fucking matter, is going to prove anything that's going to lead to finding Sebastian. All it does is create drama and chatter and churn this shit that is all over the internet. Churn shit and churn more shit. But it doesn't lead to finding Sebastian. There are professional investigators put in charge of that. And the more you tamper with these possible suspects or witnesses, the harder it's going to be for them to prosecute them when the time comes. So it's completely and totally, it's counterproductive. If you're so fucking convinced of their guilt, I'm not going to play the super chat song right now though, but Grandmaster said Civil 6, buddy. The glare is an example of what a human being should be. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I mean, what do you... Why not just... I mean, you realize that you're making it even more difficult to prosecute these people if they turn out to be guilty. You're victimizing them. And then guess what? And I love the logic that I always hear. They go, well, if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. After they're throwing these insane accusations at potentially innocent people. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But, can you turn back time and take back all the abuse that they endured due to you spinning a narrative on your YouTube channel? Can you turn back time and then just retract all of the abuse that these people have endured all over social media? Because you can't. You can't. So saying I'm sorry means dick. The right thing to do is to just assume that these people are innocent, hold out hope for them. And then guess what, man? You're good with God too, man. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing wrong with just assuming somebody's all good. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with the soul. There's nothing wrong for your soul with that, man. Like, that's a good, it's a great spiritual exercise. It's just to think the best of somebody. Hold out hope for them. Pray for them if that's your thing. You know what I mean? Like, how do you lose out by assuming they're innocent? But I'll tell you how you lose out if you assume that they're guilty and then you're wrong. You lose out on credibility as a human being, as a YouTuber. Yeah, as a YouTuber, that matters to you, right? So, I mean, you shit all over your credibility. That's just a tip of the iceberg, man. That's you you have to sit there and live with yourself for putting these people through fucking hell that they didn't need to be put through when they're already going through a hell that you can't even begin to relate to. It's completely inappropriate to be asking these people questions about. I mean, so yeah, man. Do I think if you watch that video on JLR that that Deets on the Streets made, and you look at these posts and the language used by the United Navy, calling them keyboard warriors, people responsible, why would I not think JLR is behind that? I don't care. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, Seth Rogers, when he was on Pascal, he says, and this is Sebastian's dad, he says, no, it wasn't YouTubers. It was some crazy locals or whatever. But see, this is the thing, is I've never seen that before. Never in my life. I followed a lot of missing persons cases. I've been here 5 years, follow a lot of cases, and I've never seen that shit before, where there was a search team put and there was threats. They had to pull back because there was threats. Never even heard of that. But coincidentally, right after Dolly Vision makes a public threat, right after JLR fucking publicly brags and trashes them, and JLR being who he is, give me a fucking break here. Hell, and I'm not even being unfair. I'm not even applying their own logic on how they point fingers at innocent people. I'm not even doing that. I'm actually using more logic and more rationality. Saying that that's exactly my opinion. The shit adds up. Look at the timing. Look at the timeline. If the crime is that these people are behind the threats, and that's the thing is Seth Rogers, he's going to say no. Seth Rogers is going to say, you know, no, it wasn't YouTubers. I love all the YouTubers because he wants to make sure that everybody, he's already been threatened. What he doesn't need is crazy negativity, and he's going to fucking eat the dick, and he's going to just say whatever is the most positive thing that's going to get people to spread his son's name and information out there so that his son has a better chance of being found. He doesn't want to get on anybody with the platform's bad side. I wouldn't either. And I don't blame him. But I'm telling you, I'm fucking telling you right now. That's what I think, because I have all this reason to think. I mean, these people flat out made veiled threats. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're going to watch something here. This is going to be interesting.
kind of up in the air.
Is that good?
Yep, gotcha.
All right.
At least somebody does.
Okay, what is going on, Seth?
I'm just tired,
Okay.
exhausted.
Now I know you really can't go with this, but I know you had a meeting with the TBI and stuff today, right?
Seems like everybody knew it before I did.
The internet works fast, Seth. We word gets around. These internet streets, it's quick.
I miss dial-up days.
There you go. AOL. I watched a little bit of you and Josh last night. Josh, a good dude.
I saw you in chat, man.
Yeah.
I left your chat and because you were in your hotel room getting off.
Yeah.
Getting off the internet.
Let me ask you this. Was there anything positive come out today?
Sorry, that was kind of funny.
I found positivity in it.
That's all. That's good. Then that's it. That's what I think. I know you can't go into it too much. So, how's the searching going?
You want?
Y'all gonna be searching again tomorrow, 10:30? Is that what you said?
Right now.
I mean, see, this guy probably, when he's on here, has no idea that this same dude that is talking to him was trashing the best chance that his son has of being found, publicly trashing and basically threatening the only chance, the best chance that his son is being found. That's the interesting thing about this interview right here. This gentleman probably has no idea.
Right now, that's kind of up in the air. I don't know what they're planning on me tomorrow. I'm Roman Catholic, and it's Good Friday.
Oh, okay.
It's time to go commune with the Lord. Maybe He will give me what I need. Maybe He will reach down and bless me.
Definitely. So, if things what you heard today is positive, now, do you think it's a possibility somebody could be holding your son against his will?
I look at it like this. I've been on the internet. I've been on the TV.
Uh-huh.
I even been on the radio, which probably most people don't even realize that. But if my son were able to hear me or see me on TV or on the internet, he would know to give me a call.
Okay. So you think he don't have access to that right now?
I don't think he does.
Have
I really
you ever known him to watch the news?
No.
Okay, never known him to watch the news. So if he was on the news, he probably wouldn't even know he was on the news then.
Correct. I mean, I haven't had cable in probably 9 or 10 years.
Seth, let me ask you this. Now, I know tonight in the news,
I love this guy, man.
He's probably somewhere
I
playing
do.
video games. Do you know if he played these video games online with other people?
I love this dude. Not Dolly, but Seth.
No.
He didn't, or no, you don't know?
I don't know because, it's like at my house, a lot of the games that he was playing were on my account.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've heard Sebastian's stepfather say that he did not, that he was very strict about that, that he did not allow him to play video games, online games.
A lot of them were solo games,
or even have social media, anything like that.
Batman, Arkham Knights.
Okay. Yeah, because I play a lot of gaming myself. Certain games. A lot of, games where you're in lobbies with other people. I play a lot of online gaming.
I do that. I do mobile on my phone.
Okay. So, I mean,
he would be sitting there playing video games. When he played on his Switch, he didn't play online with people. He played single-player games.
What you got to understand about true crime, there's a formula to it like everything else. Okay? The thing about true crime is the way most people who follow true crime look at things, they look at this shit like it's fictional. They don't show any fucking real respect to these people. Their actions don't. They'll sit there and throw their prayer emojis and shit in chats, but they don't give a fuck because they would be bored if they didn't have somebody to point the finger at. If they didn't have somebody to hold up, but more importantly, somebody to point the finger at. And right now, the stepdad and the mom are the people to point the finger at, and the dad is the one to hold up. It's all about heroes and villains. That's all it is. These people don't actually give a fuck. Not the people following Dolly. They don't give a fuck. The people following JLR, they don't give a fuck. The people who watch Nancy Grace, they don't give a fuck. I mean, that's a fact. Yeah, prove me wrong. Prove me fucking wrong. Prove me wrong because the thing is you can't prove me wrong. You cannot prove me wrong because if you're willing to point fingers at somebody without any evidence, knowing the kind of turmoil that they're already going through, and what you're putting them through on top of it, well, then you don't give a fuck about these people. So you could throw your fucking prayer emojis up and your green hearts, right? But if you're willing to point fingers at people without any fucking solid evidence, you're a piece of shit. You don't give a fuck about these people. And you're that much more of a piece of shit when you're fucking trying to convince people and yourselves that you do. That's what's most annoying, is like watching it. That's what's most fucking nauseating about it, is watching people act like they give a fuck and actually convince themselves. Because if you put them on a fucking lie detector test, they're going to fucking pass because they actually convince themselves that they give a shit. But every action dictates that they don't.
Okay. So I'm just wondering how somebody maybe have access to get to your son. You know, if I heard you say today that TBI don't think you're a suspect, they don't think Chris is a suspect, they don't think Katie's a suspect. So there has to be some. If they're not, like the internet is saying, if Katie and Chris don't got nothing to do with this, then there's another answer to what's going on. You know, or
there'd be another answer.
Another answer. Now, do you think would your son know the area? Would he be easily lost? Does he get confused?
If you stay all the time in your house and you're only going from your house to the bus stop, and then you know how to get to where you're going to school, and the rest of the time you're in a vehicle, would you really know how to get anywhere by foot?
Yeah, I guess if your bubble's small, you're right. You really wouldn't know the area. So if you got outside that bubble, you could get lost.
You get stuck in the woods and you're used to blacktop, you can get lost.
I think a lot of the stuff is, when I heard you say today that they don't think they're a suspect, some of the behavior is strange, like the whole going out of town thing. I think that was a little strange. Because I'd be like you, I'd be out here searching every day. I have one child, I have a daughter, she's 24 years old, and even right now, I'd be out searching. I think their behavior, and look, it might just be the way they act and just who they are, makes them seem a little suspect. I ain't saying they did it. I'm just saying it makes them seem a little suspect.
Makes them don't seem right.
And so I know there's some other locals that are going to be out there searching. There's a few search parties, I think, that are gathered tomorrow other than the UNC. There's another group of people that are going to be out there searching for your son. And I hope that, more people start to put these search parties together and get out there and find this boy. If he's out there lost, he at this point, he has to have some type of assistance, right? Because where would he get food at? Or where would he, he would need water, he would need food.
I mean, I'm just trying to be respectful to the father. That's why I'm not really like blasting any like mostly I'm just like, this is unbelievable. I mean, I feel so bad for this gentleman because he has to sit here and have this asinine conversation with a fucking moron just to get the word out on his son being missing. I mean, it sucks, dude. Like, I feel so bad that this guy, every fucking thing that this guy's going through right now, I feel bad about. Everything that he's dealing with, including sitting here and having to stomach fucking asshole clout chasing fucking YouTubers. It's got to be annoying.
He would need some type of assistance.
He would. And again, have you ever been homeless, man?
No, I've never been homeless.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you think he may be going eating out of dumpsters, begging, like?
I don't think it would be that way. I've been homeless before. Homeless people take care of homeless people, and homeless people have that little piece in their heart where they take care of the kids. They always take care of the kids.
That's facts right there. I mean, it kind of depends on where you live, but overall, yeah, that's a fact. I mean, generally speaking, sure. I've been homeless before. I know exactly. I mean, and as a kid. So, I mean, my friend Scott, who was murdered, that I've talked about before, this guy would take care of me. He was a couple years older than me. He just always made sure that I ate something and just was really, yeah, like an angel on my shoulder, that guy. But yeah, there was if you have a sense of empathy, what happens is, you know, you're going through one of the worst. I mean, you're hungry all the time. You have nowhere to sleep. It sucks. It really, really sucks. And so, you know, when you know somebody else is going through the same thing, you're going to try to help them out if you can. You're going to try to, you know, you're going to share food if you got it. You know, you're going to get more at some point. You'll be okay, but you just don't know when. And that's what really sucks about it. And that's me. That's my experience as a kid. That's probably not the case with older gentlemen who are on the street and, you know, they have no idea if they're ever going to eat again, you know? But I think that his logic is sound. Seth's logic here is sound. If Sebastian is out there on the street amongst homeless people are generally somebody's going to look out for him. You know, somebody's going to try to take care of him, you know, if he's amongst people who walk the street, you know. There's a better chance of that.
So you think he could possibly be in a homeless, like now look, now I've been out there in the woods in Tennessee, and I've been ran into a couple different homeless encampments out there that look like people were living in and staying in the woods. So I know there's people definitely living.
He's 15. He's autistic. He's 5'5", 120 pounds, I believe. And yes, Tragedy Pimps Exposes dropping the poster for Sebastian.
Living in the woods.
And I mean, I've been out there. I've looked for him. I take a picture of my son. You know, when my parents came here the first week, that's the first thing they did. They hit the homeless encampments there in Hendersonville with pictures of my son.
And anything come of that? The homeless, you know, I'm sure the homeless people ain't gonna tell you much anyway.
Well, if a child's saying that he's running in fear or something, homeless people protect him.
Okay, what do you make of the footprints at the retention pond? Do you think there is something to him, or you think that's just a busy area, or what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
I only knew about those literally just because I listened to that call.
Oh, to the dispatch call.
Yep.
Yeah, I was listening.
I feel so bad for this guy, man.
That, and it sounds like he was running.
But it's funny because, like, it's not pity that I feel. It's not pity. This guy is everything that he's doing is too profoundly strong to not acknowledge and not define him by. You know what I mean? You can't pity this guy, you know. It doesn't do him any justice to pity him. You just respect him and follow his example. That is the best thing that I could tell anybody here watching and following this case to do. Whatever he is doing and whatever he says to do it. For somebody who is emotionally affected by this greatly, this seems to be a shining example of someone who is taking those emotions and productively driving them, using that emotion to fuel his need to protect his son. And every decision that he seems to make seems logical. Every answer that he seems to give seems calm and rational. This guy seems absolutely and totally in control, but yet showing that he is doing everything that he can to find his son. And so that just demands respect.
But you know, I heard you say he could swim.
Yep.
And that I went to that retention pond, and it ain't very deep. It ain't like he could drown in that. But I wonder why there's no trail from there. That's it just ends there. And here, you live down there. Does the trash run that early in the morning for them lights to be
This guy's already annoyed.
trash truck?
Trash ran at 5 o'clock in the morning. The reason we had a 311 is because the guy's DVR recorder is stuck at 311.
Oh, okay. So
I
he
watched
actually
that whole thing, and they showed me 10 minutes of it, dude. And the timer still was at 311 when it started, and 311 when it finished.
okay. So he the video was actually at another time, and it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I understand now. Okay, so he did the truck earlier that morning.
It's just the fact that their timer on the DVR was broken.
Have you been in communication with Chris and Katie?
They called me today.
Are y'all kind of patching up the relationship? I know they were a little mad at you about the GoFund stuff, and I've heard that everything. So, are y'all working that out? They got
this right here. This interview just took a hard left turn. Let's watch that one more time. let's take another look at how that just look at Seth's face right now. Okay.
Are y'all kind of patching up the relationship? I know they were a little mad at you about the GoFund stuff, and I've heard that everything. So, are y'all working that out? They got to understand that you're out there searching for the boy, and that you're going to need help. They got to understand that. To be mad at you or anything. They need Chris should be out there beside you helping you. Is what I believe. They shouldn't be mad at you. That's a family thing. I don't know. And if it's true that they're not.
You hear this dummy? Like, just listen to this fucking dummy. He's sitting there, like, giving his opinion to the father of a missing child. And there's this little voice in his head. You can kind of hear it. There's this little voice in his head that's going, "What are you doing, you fucking jackass? Don't do that." But he chooses not to listen to it, and he keeps going. But you can kind of hear it based on what he says. Based on what he says here, because he's just like, it's a family thing, and I dude, it's like right there, and you see the frustration. This guy's just so fucking tired, man. Like, Dolly.
Not suspects, and they don't got nothing to do with this. I hope your family can work this out, and that Sebastian's found safely. And maybe it is just upset with the stepdad, and he's took off, and he's okay. It would make more sense than them hurting him for no reason.
Things just don't make sense with this.
Now, I don't know the reason that the CPS was called at the house. I just didn't know that. I heard you say that you found out later that they didn't tell you anything, that there was any reason.
That podcast aired, man.
That the CPS came to the house over, I guess, him going to school saying that his stepdad hit him with a belt.
I think he has a conscience. He just chooses not to listen to it. He's a moron,
I guess. Because, I didn't know about it until he said it in the podcast.
Let me ask you this, and this is a important question for Dad. Have y'all ever discussed the discipline of your child? Have you ever discussed it with Chris? Because I can tell you, look, my baby mama, I told her boyfriend, I said, "You ever put your hands on my kid, I'm going to prison. I'm going to come out there and I'm going to do some bad shit to you." That's what I told him. That's exactly what I told him. But luckily, he was a good dude. He never put his hands on my daughter or anything. But I let him know right off the rip, don't discipline my child. If you need my child disciplined, you call me. I will discipline my child. Had y'all ever discussed anything like that?
Yeah, I love it. Trailer park reenactment of how a parent meets a step parent of their child. Hey man, listen. And this dude's probably like, in comparison to Don. Hey man, listen. Don't you ever put your hands on my child. You understand me? Don't ever discipline my child. Dude, you think this guy gives a fuck about whether or not? I mean, you think he's gonna discuss this shit with you? Like, I guarantee you, I haven't even watched this yet, and I guarantee you that this man is gonna be like, dude, like, look at his face right now. He's gonna be like, man, okay.
Supposed to be no corporal discipline.
So he wasn't supposed to touch your son whatsoever. Yeah, see, that's how I am. I mean, it's just one of those man laws. I try to, because most of my viewers are women. They don't quite get man law, so I try to explain them. I was like, you just don't put your hands on another person's kid, especially when you're in the picture and you're an active father. You know, and I don't know if it's the case he ran off. He's gonna turn up. You know, if he's I've listened to you say, because when you hear Chris and them talk about him and the mom talking about him, like,
dude, he talks too much. Too much.
You know, he uses the bathroom on himself. He's functioning.
When you don't have the respect, like when you watch Pascal's interview with this same gentleman that happened tonight, you see a very, very distinct difference of respect for the person that he's interviewing, for the father of a missing child. There's a glaring difference.
They make him sound like he's not as functional as you make him sound. You make him sound like he's normal kid, everything's okay, and they make it sound like a little bit different story.
There is, not to play words.
He's boring the father of a missing child to death.
There are three parts to every story. There's my part, their part, and the truth.
And the truth, yeah.
All right. Now.
Yeah, but I hope you're telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be telling the truth. So I hope the truth is with you.
First of all, I don't got shit to fucking hide.
Yeah.
So but at the same point in time, I don't talk a lot of shit. I'm not the monkey at the zoo. I'm not throwing shit.
Yeah.
All right. I will not defend people that dig their own fucking grave. You know, when you guys are talking about their behavior makes them look suspect, that's probably because they want you to. That's their behavior.
Yeah.
I ain't their parents.
Yeah.
Right. Like, don't ask me about that shit,
That's why
man.
this doesn't make sense to me. Was there supposed to be child support? No. Were we going back to court? No. Our decree says that we can change it the way we want to if we both agree to it.
So they wouldn't have had there was no real reason for them to, because some people would be like, well, she was scared she was going to have to pay child support, but y'all had an agreement with y'all child that y'all would take care of whatever between that needed to be taken care of. So there was never no child support. Me and my baby's mother, we made the same agreement you made. We made the exact same agreement. If my daughter needs something, I will take care of it. Right.
Yeah, right. You know how many times Katie's called me up, hey, he needs a new pair of glasses. Okay, well, tell me how much it is. I'll transfer the money.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do with my babies. When she never took me to court for child support, we were co-parented separately. And everything worked out perfectly fine. There was no, you know, like if she would have took my daughter, like she had custody. Like if I would have took her, I wouldn't have took her to court for child support either. So there's really no, you know, no reason for her to hurt her child. A lot of people I do believe think Katie may have hurt your child, and to do that there would have to be some reasoning for it, and I just haven't seen any of that.
So I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Even I was getting what I wanted since the divorce, anyways. I was okay.
Haven't you been calling this lady a liar for like the last fucking God knows how many fucking live streams?
Okay with, you know, joint legal, joint physical, but I was getting what I wanted.
Yeah. And now he was getting to get ready to come stay with you for the summer, right?
I already have him enrolled in school here.
From your address?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
he was going to come live the summer with me, but he was going to start going to school up here at the end of summer.
Oh, okay. So he was going to start living with you full time. Now that's what I heard. That's what was rumored to me in the beginning, that he was coming there and then that he was going to be living with you.
Yes. I was going to take him for the summer.
Now, how long had that been planned? Like how long, when y'all discussed that with Kate, like how long did you go, okay, I'm going to take him this summer, then he's going to live with me and go to school. Had y'all planned that? Have y'all discussed that? Huh?
Since last year.
So this ain't something that just popped up, so this has been planned that he was going to come stay with you. Okay. That makes a little more sense. So there's no reason in there for her to be like, oh, he's going to take the kid. I've heard a lot, you know, I'm sure you watch this.
And I've read a lot, and, you know, some of them, I find them hilarious. Like the gentleman that called in, you know,
with a snake.
The snake ate the boy.
The snake ate the boy. Dingo's got my baby. Look, I know it's hard as a parent to definitely hear the crazy.
Y'all are
stuff,
killing me in the
just
chat
theories
right
and
now.
speculation. I do it. I say things like, I think this happened. I think this happens. I think it's human nature to be curious. Curiosity killed the cat, and there's a lot of curious. But some of the stories for me, like some of the theories so far,
I'm not
out there,
even trying to
for
lie.
me, that
I'm not even fucking trying to lie. Like I totally fucking zoned out there for a second. I totally fucking just stopped fucking listening to him. I totally did. That's my bad.
I'm like, okay, okay, that's a little much. That's a little much.
I'll just say that I'm missing aluminum foil and tinfoil at my house because somebody's wearing it as a hat somewhere.
Well, listen, I've seen parents of missing kids wearing aluminum tinfoil hats. And matter of fact, parents of missing kids in Tennessee wearing aluminum tinfoil hats on live streams. Okay, I'll send you a picture if you don't believe me.
Oh, I believe.
Yes,
Dude,
I've seen it. I've seen a lot.
What the fuck is going
I moved
on?
back here to the United States, and I'll tell you right now that I've seen them both.
Now, I've heard you say you're innocent to proven guilty. You work in corrections, right? And I've heard you say you're not there to judge people, right? And I've noticed a lot of this is you don't do that. You don't get on the news and you don't talk bad about people. You try to stay neutral. It ain't no reason really to ruffle a bunch of feathers, like talking shit about people that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life anyway. That's the mother of your baby. Her old man's a little I think he overtalks her a lot. I think he seems controlling.
I've heard that.
I don't know the guy, but
you mean like how you're doing to the father of a missing child right now?
He looks a little angry. He seems controlling, and when they ask her questions, he answers the questions. Like he don't give her a chance to speak, and that's what I think is making people go, so, "This dude ain't." He's been married 5 times. Okay, I mean, how many
I've
times?
been married once.
Once.
I
learned.
love that shit.
So I think maybe
so being a fucking like, and I don't know this guy. This isn't my opinion of the guy. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, being a chauvinist asshole makes you capable of what Dolly and everybody else is implying, murder of a kid. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking break, man. You're sitting here and you expect me to just I apparently there's just a mass amount of people that's just willing to swallow that bullshit. That jump to these conclusions. It's so bizarre. Like, if you're gonna follow true crime, can you at least just follow a fucking trial and see how evidence works? Like, is that too much to ask?
I think maybe if it didn't work out in 5 times, it might not be in you might not be the best dude if
No, 5 times. Maybe I would say if I was looking out from the outside, I would tell the person, if you've been married so many times and it's not working, it can't be the person that you're with. It's the person in the mirror.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's hardest to see your flaws. Like me, I'm sure I got plenty of flaws, but it's hard for me to see my own flaws. But other people can see them.
I know,
bro.
Yeah, I know some of my. I don't want to bring them up right now.
My heart is critic, so it's like I know my flaws. I don't know all of them, but I know the majority of them.
So when they
Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
tried to call you today, did you speak with him?
I did.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: when you went and met with the TBI today, was Katie and Chris with you? Can you answer that?
Katie was there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I ain't gonna get you into something that you ain't supposed to speak on.
If I answer something that I'm not supposed to answer, I'll know.
Okay. All right. So you said
I'll be in trouble later.
Yeah. So you say today was hopeful.
Let's treat the guy like an idiot too while we're at it.
Which is a good thing. Okay. I won't go into what did you. Let me ask you this: they show you a video?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that video contain your son?
Yes.
Okay. Was that video from somewhere outside that house?
Yes.
Did that video contain your son?
They showed me a video that I have been asking for from the very beginning.
Fucking guy, bro.
I wanted to see a video of my son after I spoke to him Thursday and before he disappeared on Monday.
Okay, so this video of your son is from after the time he went missing?
No, it was before.
It was before. Was it the video from the restaurant? I knew it was that video from the restaurant. I went to that restaurant the other night, so I had chicken, and I also spoke to the people there.
Bro, like, I love it. I love that this guy's missing kid is a fucking tourist fucking trip for you, dude. I love it. Oh, we had dinner there the other night. I had chicken. If this guy doesn't give a fuck that you ate there and had chicken, dude. Jesus Christ, man.
Chicken?
Huh?
You went to a steakhouse and had chicken.
I had chicken. Yeah, I had chicken and a loaded baked potato and broccoli. I always go to the steakhouse and get chicken. I don't know why. I do it at Outback too.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you can't go to Chick-fil-A and get a hamburger.
Yeah, I know. So I went to the restaurant. I spoke to the waitresses and stuff at the restaurant because that's what I do. I sleuth around and try to look for answers or clues or different things. So the video from the rest. So there's nothing from the point that you haven't seen anything from the point he's went missing, just prior to it. So they showed you a little prior. Did everything seem happy in the video? Everything seemed good. Okay.
This is the most surreal, bizarre shit.
Well, that's good. But
I mean,
let me think.
the
I
guy's
want to dig into a hole here.
He's just entertaining it only because, like, he feels like he's gonna be an asshole, and not doing enough. This guy doesn't want to go to bed at night not knowing that he did everything, not knowing that he did everything that he could to find his son all day. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can't go to bed at night with that thought. You know what I mean? So this guy, Dolly, comes along and says, "Hey, you want to come on my show?" And he's going to be like, "Yeah, this guy's fucking beat, man. He's tired." Like, I feel so bad for this guy, dude.
It's because you're not asking the right question.
Yeah. Okay. What do the police believe happened? What are they telling you? Did they ever hit you with anything? Do they just keeping? You can't answer that one, huh?
Didn't tell me nothing.
They didn't tell you nothing.
They're not going to tell me anything on the investigation.
Yeah, dude. Is this your first?
Well, why show you the video?
Because
you would ask for the video. So
I said, I need to see proof of life
before. Okay, because you wanted to know he was alive before he went missing.
I wanted to make sure he was okay beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, this is sped up.
They showed it to me.
This is sped up because I have other stuff I want to go over.
And he was okay, and everything was good with him, normal.
Yeah.
And you said he wouldn't.
Still not asking the right question.
Okay, well, tell me what the right question is there, Seth. What do you got? What do you know, Seth, that we don't know?
Wow. That's got to be the best fucking interview moment ever of any interview of all time, where the person being interviewed says you're still not asking the right questions, and then the person who's doing the interview is going, I don't know. What's the right question? Tell me something. Just tell me something that's interesting. What, dude? This is fucking killing me, dude.
No, can you tell us what you know?
I had 2 more meetings today afterwards.
You got say that one more time.
I had 2 more meetings afterwards.
After you seen the video.
I had 2 more meetings afterwards. I had meetings planned all day today.
With TBI, law enforcement. Okay, you met with somebody else.
Yeah.
Is it FBI?
Huh?
Is it FBI?
Nope.
Okay. Well, yeah. Why you have
more information that I didn't have before?
Oh, all right. Let's get it. Let's get it, Seth.
Just more information.
Okay.
Now, see, I already told them I'm running my own investigation as well.
Uh-huh.
To intrude upon their own,
which he has the right to do.
No, I'm as well.
Do you think that? Okay, this is a question, Huntress. Does he think that they will wrap up soon and his baby will be found?
Y'all are fucking vicious, man.
Oh, that's beyond a doubt. That's an everyday when I wake up.
Okay.
All right, that's being hopeful and knowing that the answer's out there and I'm gonna find it.
Now, are the police being like reassuring that they're gonna figure this out to you?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay. Have you spoke with the FBI?
Yep.
Okay. Now, one of my things is this. Them houses out there in that neighborhood are really, really nice houses. Most of them have security systems, cameras. Why is he not on any of those cameras?
Don't know.
Don't know.
How the fuck's he gonna know that?
Like, but then again, if I lived in a house that cost $688,000, I damn well have a fucking security system on it too.
Yeah, and I mean, most of them houses out there or up there in that range, they start at 500,000. They're living a lot better than me. I noticed there was a lot of cameras out there.
Law enforcement, they're making a lot more than I am. Okay.
Yeah. I said the same thing when I said, I was like, they're making a lot more than I am.
Going the way they're going, I might turn around and have to go start flipping burgers for $22 an hour.
So how is everything with your work? Do they understand what's going on?
I asked for a leave of absence. When I ask for the absence, they know that I'm looking for my son.
Okay, so they're not giving you a hard time at work. So when you decide to go back to work, everything's gonna be good with you.
I'm hoping. I haven't heard from him.
What the fuck kind of question is that, dude? What the fuck does that matter? So, you gonna be able to go back to work? What?
Okay. Let me think. Anything else? Okay, so you met with you had a couple more meetings today, other than with the TBI. You gained more information. And we learned that the trash truck, that was just a trash truck. It wasn't flashlights.
Correct.
The shoe thing. Now I've heard you say this.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he stepped in the ant pile, the fire ants. I'm from Georgia. I know about them fire ants. They'll light your ass up, boy. I mean, like cigarette burns. They got me good. As a kid, I fell into one riding a bike.
I thought of it as a cigarette burn because I've never been burnt by a cigarette, but I've been burnt by a match head before. And that's what fire ants remind me of.
Yeah, it reminds me of a cigarette burn. It'll blister up. It hurts. Matter of fact, my yard, we got some fire ants in my yard that'll get your ass. I got the biggest ants you ever seen. They the biggest ants I've ever seen in my life. They'll be at my house. They are huge ass ants.
Or velveteen.
These are like monster ass ants.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care.
About big.
So you don't think he had never ran off before? If he was to say, "Hey, I'm upset with my stepdad. I want to get out of here," why wouldn't he take any shoes? And why, when everybody asks her that, Chris overspeaks her?
I don't know.
So certain. Like, how does he know he took the flashlight?
Don't know again.
Or are they just missing a flashlight?
Dude, this guy's not going to tell you shit on an open
I guess they're missing a flashlight. That's what makes them think they took a flashlight, because if she was in bed when he left.
Cops aren't even sharing information with him. Okay? It's an ongoing investigation.
How does she know he had the flashlight?
I would say that she's saying that because they can't find it.
Yeah, I would think so too. And I'm sure, being the mother, she knows what shoes he has, and all them shoes are accounted for.
Yep, shoes go off
This
the front
guy's
door. Her house,
awesome,
just like they
dude.
go off the front door.
He's just like giving himself a back massage with the back massager. He's just, I love this guy.
Or mine.
Okay. It just seems a little odd that he would leave like that with no shoes on and never done that before.
Yeah.
Does he ever have any episodes?
What do you mean by episodes?
Like maybe where he don't know what's going on?
Oh my God,
gets confused?
dude.
He hasn't had any of those type of seizures in years.
Okay. Okay. So when he was young, he would have these type of medical, but as he got older, he grew out. He outgrew them.
Man, don't ask him
Okay.
stupid shit like that. What? You don't even know how to ask a question.
The condition.
Like that.
I heard you say something that has one side. He didn't want to play in football or baseball or anywhere he could get hit because he had like some water on his brain or something. A pocket on one side of his.
He had a pocket of fluid on the right bilateral part of his brain. Yes, I believe my son is alive.
So he couldn't really take a blow to the head or nothing. If he fell.
Hey, I have a phone call coming in.
Okay, Seth, I'll let you go. I appreciate you come up here and share with us. Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, Seth, you be good.
That dude just was like, dude, I'm out, man. Like, he's just trying to get out of that shit forever. Jesus, man. Ollie. No shame at all. Like, no shame at all whatsoever. It's fascinating to me. Let me I gotta find this. Jesus Christ, man. That shit is just so bizarre, you know? Like, when it comes to I hold on. Sorry, I'm looking for something here. So let's take a listen to this here. Let's see what this is all about.
JLR investigates. JLR investigates. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday.
Christ, dude.
The search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers continues. Come on in. 3/29/2024. It's been almost 5 weeks now. He has still not been found. Where is Sebastian? Hendersonville, Tennessee. Vanished around, we'll say 25th, 26th. I'm not so sure if it's actually the 26th, like Katie Proudfoot reported to authorities. Still has not been found. There's some new stuff today. A few things on the Sebastian Rogers case. One, we're going to talk about the United Cajun Navy. They're gone. They're out of there. They left, according to what they're saying. Not so sure if it's true. But it seems like they came up to Hendersonville, Tennessee, to that community with those great folks and tried to run the town. And it looks like the town ran them out of town. Looks like the Cajun Navy has...
That's a great way to talk about the people who stepped up to find a missing child, who the father put all his faith into. That's a great way to, right. And just making shit up too, which is fascinating. Like, you could tell how salty he is. Why would I not think that he's behind the threats? I mean, I'm how long into this already? I'm a minute in. And this dude is already giving me more than enough reason to think and suspect him for being behind these threats.
United Cajun Navy. We don't want to say the Cajun Navy because there is actually some very good Cajun Navies. Matter of fact, I reached out to Cajun Navy 216 and they told me to call them. Cajun Navy 216. They gave me their number and they want me to call them. And I do want to call them because I want to find out what is up with United Cajun Navy 216 or United Cajun Navy. So many Cajun Navies. There's like 40 of them out there. So confusing. But they basically got ran out of town.
There's like 40 of them out there. So
Fox News has a report out. Apparently some locals, a local rancher at the Spur Ranch, he called the cops.
Dude, this guy is like the epitome of a fucking twerp. You know? It's just like, he's a fucking cartoon character. Just look at this guy. Listen to him.
He called the cops on United Cajun Navy. And another lady is claiming that she reported them to authorities. A lot of drama. They came in there and my personal opinion, you know, based off it was everything was well. We were all as a group collectively out there searching.
I mean, he wears, this is his constant attire is a shirt that says media or a hat that says media or a shirt that says JLR investigates or a hat that says JLR investigates or both, like right now. Like, it's so fucking weird that so many people follow this guy.
Searching for Sebastian, doing actual searches in woods and creeks and along the railroad tracks and along the river area and everything like that. And everyone was like on board and it was growing momentum. And then United Cajun Navy came in and just kind of like bullied everyone and ran everyone to the ground and misled everyone and was more or less seeking things for themselves. Donations. They wanted donations. Don't give to us. Give to us.
Bro, what are you doing? Like, what I see right now is somebody who is salty as fuck about the fact that a professional search team came in to volunteer their assistance, and due to the fact that the terrain is so bad there and so difficult, they didn't want to risk anyone getting hurt, and they only wanted trained searchers to assist people who were already signed up, and they didn't want, you know, civilians going out there and getting hurt, getting lost or hurt. I mean, it's real simple. And if you couldn't sign up with the stop, Clever, come on, buddy. If you couldn't, no, buddy, go lay down. Come on, go lay down. Go lay down. Please. If it's an organized search, yeah, they probably their felonies wouldn't allow them to sign up and search with them, because I'm sure they tried it. Clever, come on, dude, you got to stop eating the chair, buddy. He's eating the fucking chair. Whatever, man, knock yourself out. It's all good. So, and this is what JLR does. He just inserts himself into these situations. And all he wants to do is point a phone and get everything on camera. And then idiots just fall for it and be like, you know, he's boots on the ground, and, you know, and it's like, okay, yeah, like he's He's boots on the ground, but doing jack shit. He's not actually looking for anyone. He's trying to find dirt on people. This is what he does. Like JLR's content is showing up to the location of where someone went missing and then trying to dig up dirt on the people that are directly associated with the missing person. That's it. That's what he does. But the smoke and mirrors that is him actually driving out to one of these locations is what attracts dumb people, because they don't actually look at what he's actually doing. They don't know. They don't actually pay attention to what he's actually doing. They sit there mindlessly staring and waiting for a result that they never get, because this is the thing. JLR goes through all this trouble, such as Bullhorn Betty, such as Dolly Vision, and they go through all this trouble to produce no results. Dick. They produce nothing. Ever do any of these people produce any type of result? Any even a shred of something that led to a result? Even a shred of something that led to a shred of something that led to a shred of something that led to a result. Nothing. They've never produced anything. And I love the people that come to their defense. Well, at least they're getting their name out there. Well, everybody's getting their name out there. Like, I'm getting Sebastian's name out there. You know? Like, everybody's doing that. You know what I mean? Like, but that's all we should be doing. That's all we should be doing. That's all you as a fucking YouTuber should be fucking doing. And then keeping people updated on updates, sure. But spinning rumors about the loved ones of a missing person and their personal lives, that's not doing anything to find Sebastian. And yet people support it. And they go, oh, well, at least he's putting their name out there. Well, yeah, but you can do that without fucking being a piece of shit. You know, that's all I'm saying. You can totally put a missing kid's name and face and information out there without being a fucking piece of shit. It's totally okay to do that.
PR, I'll give them some credit. They're good at PR stuff online. They're pretty good. And then the second development, folks, is the ex-wife of Christopher Proudfoot. She speaks to Trevor Lee. He has a YouTube channel called Trev Time. He's a member of our group. He's a moderator in our Facebook group. Trev gets the good stuff. He, has a way of, communicating with people, and very grateful that Nina, the ex-wife of Chris Proudfoot, went on his channel to spill the tea. Talk a little bit about Chris Proudfoot. Man, I'll tell you, I listened to half of it. I didn't listen to all of it because, we're out here trying to bring awareness to Sebastian. I'm doing a lot of things all over, but it's just heartbreaking. She spills the tea and she talks about the abuse by Chris Proudfoot in regards to their daughter, Faith, and other children that she had before she got involved with Chris. I know that, you guys, and I see the comments. I see the comments coming down, heartbreaking, sad. Some of you listened to her, some of you didn't. If you didn't, I strongly recommend you do. I'll show you his channel. We got 1,800 people in. We're still wondering what's going on with Sebastian. But again, folks, we say this each day. Our army is growing to find Sebastian. And this is the Facebook group. This is basically a depot of information and everything in the latest regarding this case. It is called The Mysterious.
Like, you see what he's doing. He's promoting his Facebook page. And vice versa. His Facebook page promotes his YouTube channel, so on and so forth. It's what you do when you're trying to build your channel. But here he is trying to say that, all this dirt that he digs up on these people's personal lives, you can view it there. Because I hold all those people responsible, man. You know, like everybody who fucking gives this dude fucking money, everybody who fucking logs onto this guy and thinks, oh, he's doing such great stuff. You're just fucking stupid. It's the truth. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just the plain and simple truth. Like if you're giving this guy money or you're even like taking him seriously as to what he's like he's doing anything productive, doing anything that is actually towards finding a missing kid, you're a fucking idiot and an asshole on top of it. Sorry, but no, I mean, I'm not sorry. You're a fucking asshole and an idiot. Like you have to be. You have to be knowing the things that you know about this guy, hearing the things that he's saying about this United Cajun Navy, and then like hearing him shit talk him after the Cajun Navy fucking pulled out due to threats. I mean, this guy has like 180,000 subs. You're gonna tell me he doesn't have fucking like a little network of trolls doing shit for him? You know what I mean? This guy's got Proud Boy connections everywhere too. Like, this is the kind of guy he is, man. Like, he's perfectly capable of fucking with the Cajun Navy the way that he just did. He's perfectly capable of it. He has been trying to build himself up on social media to get to that point, to be able to have a network that can do his bidding for him because he's too hot. He's got a felony record. Everybody knows about him. Everybody knows what he's all about. You think this guy's doing this shit himself? Come on, man. But he can't resist the urge to do it. So he has people doing it for him. You know, I mean, is that so far-fetched? So when you hear this gentleman on Pascal's show say, Seth Rogers, being Sebastian's father, I mean, when he says something like, oh, well, it wasn't social media influencers that did it, you know? Okay, well, I was like in the chat, and I was like, how do you know that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know that? You know? How do you know these people weren't watching this shit? And then, I mean, because you're not going to tell me that the timing is a coincidence, where Dolly Vision and JLR were trash talking and basically threatening these people, and then they get threats. Like, what does it take?
Disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, Hendersonville, Tennessee. We have 11,500 members, and we are continuing to grow. I will put the link in the description of this video. I strongly recommend everyone join because Trevor Lee's part of our group. I'm in there. We have great admins. We have a separate group of searchers who are in this group that actually went out today and did some searching. A small group, but we hopefully we can get this group to continue to grow. Now that Cajun Navy has been exposed and they seem like they're out of the picture. They came in there and they caused problems, a lot of problems.
Exposed. He didn't even go over. You notice that this is JLR Investigates, folks. He's all about showing these receipts. When he doxes somebody, I mean, he goes through it all, right? But why didn't he show the Facebook posts from, I have them. I don't even have an active Facebook account, and I still have them. Explain that shit. Mr. JLR Investigates doesn't show the posts from the United Cajun Navy. Why not? Because it directly contradicts and actually exposes him for being what he is. He's only sharing convenient information, which is misinformation, and just his opinions on the United Cajun Navy. But at no point is he showing, I mean, the whole thing is that they quit, right? That's his whole title of his video. I mean, what is the? It says Sebastian Rogers, United Cajun Navy gives up. Right? So why not share the post and explain? Because you know goddamn well it's going to put heat on you. He knows goddamn well it's going to put heat on him.
But it seems like their time is up. And the residents there and the locals that seen firsthand how they're trying to control and intimidate and bully people around, people have had enough. I experienced them. Other YouTubers have. Locals have. People sharing horror stories. You should see my inbox. You should see my inbox. My inbox is flooded with victims and people that have been manipulated, scammed, deceived by the Cajun Navy.
Victims. Listen to this guy. Victims. Scammed and deceived.
A lawyer. C-Corp power. There's some sort of litigation that was going on with.
The thing is because of this case, his channel is growing, Dolly's channel is growing. And they got super duper duper butthurt when they were told that they couldn't search. The same thing happened with Summer Wells. Summer Wells, because it was Rogersville, Tennessee, they were like, no, we only want professional searching because of the terrain, because you could get hurt or lost or both. And we can't be looking for a missing person. Like, I mean, it's just sound logic. It's a sound strategy for professional searchers to have is let's make sure that all of our resources we're going to ensure that our resources are focused solely on the missing person we came out here to look for and nothing else. So therefore, we're not going to put ourselves in a position to where we have to abandon resources from the original focus to find someone else. So, I mean, it's perfectly sound strategy to apply in searching for a missing person.
With Cajun Navy in a case down there in the Gulf of Mexico, their lawyer reached out to me, wants to talk. I got to reach back out to him. But we don't want to make this about, Cajun Navy. But it's important to know that they seem like they're no longer in the picture. And according to a rancher, according to Fox News, a rancher has called the police on them, called the sheriff on them. And it looks like the Cajun Navy is kind of taunting this guy. Cajun Navy put out a very unhinged statement saying they're going to go at everyone that tried to stop them from doing the search of Sebastian. It's a very unhinged.
Well, there's no clicks and views for that. You know what I mean? There's no clicks and views for that. The whole world's not fucking talking about whatever's going on in Dolly fuck Virginia, wherever he lives, in fucking shit kicker Florida, wherever the fuck this dickhead lives. I mean, there's no clicks for it. The whole world isn't talking about whatever's going on there. So they have to go where the clicks are going to be. And since their content was disrupted by professionals who actually, I don't know, care about a missing person and actually want to ensure the best possible chance of finding this missing young man. I mean, right. These people do not care about missing people. They don't. Their actions dictate this. It is not difficult to see. And if you support them, you don't give a fuck about missing people either. I mean, it's just that simple.
Hinged rant. But looking back, folks, I'm going to start here about Cajun Navy's role in this and how they even got into this. Because you remember this picture that we shared on JLR Investigation? Remember this picture we shared? Well, I got a bigger version of this picture. This was during when we were searching last weekend, the actual searching. And this was the Proudfoots. And in this photo here, the Proudfoots were at a barbecue place.
Wow.
And everybody was like, how dare the Proudfoots? While everyone is searching, the Proudfoots are out there eating.
Yeah, how dare the Proudfoots eat? Jesus, how dare they?
And here, what you see here is barbecue joint, pictures at the barbecue joint. Katie on her phone. Looks like there's a picture of Sebastian there, or a flyer. A lot of backlash the Proudfoot's got about this pic. Well, Proudfoot, Christopher Proudfoot, shares on Nancy Grace what that photo was about. He explains, but he draws the Cajun Navy into this, which is interesting. He draws the Cajun Navy into this. And I want to get this first.
He draws the Cajun Navy into this.
I want to get this first clip here.
He draws the Cajun Navy into this.
Here we go. We're going to listen to this right here because it's interesting. Because it seems like, and this could be a very strong possibility. It seems like the Cajun Navy, United Cajun Navy, originally came up, and this could be a very strong possibility. It seems like the Cajun Navy, because it seems like, here we go. We're going to listen to this right here because it's interesting. Because it seems like, and this could be a very strong, we're going to listen to this right here because it's interesting. Because it seems like, and this could be a very strong possibility to this right here because it's interesting. Because it seems like, and this could be a very strong possibility. It seems like the Cajun Navy, United Cajun Navy, originally came up there on the Proudfoot's request, not Seth Rogers. Like Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot are the ones that brought the United Cajun Navy up there. And if that's true, and I'm starting to think it is because in the same Nancy, I'm going to show you.
I thought the dad did. Wasn't that like already established that Seth Rogers brought the Cajun Navy? I mean, that's what it seems like to me, but
a Nancy Grace interview with them. In the same Nancy Grace interview, the vice president of Cajun Navy is in this panel. He didn't even know who Seth Rogers was. He was confused on Seth Rogers. So my mind is like, whoa, wait a second. I think the Cajun Navy, the United Cajun Navy, came up on the Proudfoot's orders, or on behalf of the Proudfoots.
So what?
And if that's true, ladies and gentlemen, in my mind,
and if that's true, ladies and gentlemen,
bro, like, if that's true, then that means that they actually did one of the most productive things that you could do in locating their missing child. If you have a missing child, that's one of the most productive things that you could do. Is, I don't know, when law enforcement pulls back their search, you hire a nonprofit organization that does the same thing. So, I mean, I don't understand why that's suspicious in some way. I mean, you're making the effort to make it seem suspicious because you're trying to because you've already painted the picture that the Proudfoots are guilty of a crime that we don't even know took place, right? And then while doing that, you get to use that to trash the Cajun Navy because if they hired the Cajun Navy, then it must be shady because, they are guilty of a crime that you don't even fucking know took place, right? So this is his pathetic effort. Like that right there is his pathetic effort of trying to spin a narrative. And again, if you fall for that, you're fucking stupid. I mean, you don't even know. You have no idea what happened to Sebastian. No clue. Nobody has a fucking clue. And you're going to sit here and take the narrative you've been spinning and use it to spin the narrative of this particular live stream, which is that the United Cajun Navy are bad and terrible when, they pulled back because they were threatened by social media people. I mean, they said it. I mean, it's in their statement.
Proudfoots, Christopher and Katie Proudfoot, prime suspect number 1 and number 2. Now, if they came up on to help the Proudfoots, would you go out there and help the United Cajun Navy if the United Cajun Navy is doing searches on behalf of the Proudfoots? I
don't. He just said that shit out loud. Okay, right here, this is how you know that Jonathan Lee Riches does not give a fuck about a missing child. I'm going to explain. Give me 1 second here. And I want you to pay close attention to what he says here. It's very, very fascinating.
True, ladies and gentlemen. In my mind, Proudfoots, Christopher and Katie Proudfoot, prime suspect number 1 and number 2. Now, if they came up on to help the Proudfoots, would you go out there and help the United Cajun Navy if the United Cajun Navy is doing searches on behalf of the Proudfoots?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Proudfoots tells.
Yeah, I absolutely would. Because there's a missing child, and any effort to locate that missing child needs to be embraced. So yes, of course, even if they're suspects and they arranged for an independent nonprofit organization with a clean track record on finding missing people, one that I mean, did they not find Riley Strain? Wasn't that them? I heard that somewhere. I could be wrong. But I mean, were they not working the Riley Strain case? And then we're done with that. So sure, we'll help with Sebastian Rogers. So I don't give a fuck who facilitated that particular organization's involvement. Exactly, Team Brittany, not the child's fault. Why would I be deterred from my efforts to finding a missing child based on some organization coming in who's professional, experienced in looking for missing people who produce results? Why would I have a problem with that just because? I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Chrissy Twig. I think every approach so far that I've seen to this case, except for Deets on the Streets, literally, and the few community posts that I saw Tracy Ann Chasing do, and I'm not saying nobody else has. I'm saying what I've seen. Aside from that, I haven't seen anybody doing anything sound. They've been all doing the same shit with their content in regards to this case, focusing their attention on the Proudfoots and not on Sebastian Rogers. That's it. I mean, that's all they've been doing. Focusing their attention on the Proudfoots and not Sebastian Rogers. Nancy Grace did the same thing. And these people think that because she did it, it's justified. Like she's mainstream media. She's not. She's mainstream true crime, but she's not mainstream media. She's gossip. All you hear is her opinions when she goes on her channel, when she goes on her show and talks about true crime. And she sticks to the formula. There is always a villain. There is always someone to side eye or directly point their finger at. That's what she will do. She will spin that narrative for dramatic effect to keep her viewers engaged, not giving a fuck how it affects the people she's having these fingers pointed at. Not giving a fuck about it. And that's exactly what these YouTube creators are doing too.
The United Cajun Navy should look here and there. Where we think the Proudfoots are suspects? I don't know. I think it would be a waste of time. I wouldn't want to be part of any searches that the Proudfoots organized. I would be, not with Cajun Navy, but I'd be part of searches United Cajun Navy. I gotta keep saying United Cajun Navy. I don't add United Cajun Navy. I don't want to disrespect the other Cajun Navy out there. I'm sure some Cajun Navy do watch JLR Investigates, not United. Well, I'm sure the United Cajun Navy's watching too. They're probably like, we're gonna sue you, JLR, for what you said. Yeah, okay, I'm waiting. Let's go. I got receipts and we're waiting for discovery. We got discovery. So come at me, United Cajun Navy. I don't think you want to go to court with me. I really don't think you do. But the Cajun Navy are good people. So if the regular Cajun Navy or any other volunteers or searchers or anyone affiliated with Seth Rogers, who I like Seth Rogers. I feel Seth Rogers is 100% innocent. I feel Seth Rogers is out there trying to find his son. He's put in the work. He's put in the effort. If they called and said, hey, JLR, help with a search, or any searches that are not affiliated with the United Cajun Navy, yeah, I would help. And so should you. But I'm not so sure. I definitely encourage everyone, do not help the United Cajun Navy. No way. The way they treated me and the way they played dirty and the way they did other YouTubers and the way they did the community.
See that right there? It's not about the missing child. Don't help the Cajun Navy because of how they treated me. That's what he just fucking said. Why does Sebastian Rogers have to pay for your beef with the Cajun Navy? JLR? Answer your viewers that. Why does Sebastian Rogers have to pay for your beef with them?
Immunity? No. The way their scheming is, they don't want openness and transparency. They don't want people to film how they operate. They don't want to see. They want you to see what they really do. What they do is use all of you to do their work, and then they take the credit. They get the airtime. They get the donations and the funds. They get the publicity. Using all of you. Be mindful. A scam. It's almost like a I can't say it's a Ponzi scheme.
What are you
kind
doing?
of like
like you're literally describing for everyone to follow you on Facebook and form a Facebook page that you own, that you run, and you're trying to get people to join it, and you start your own search team. Are those people going to get the credit? Are those people going to get the money? Are you going to pay all of those people from what you gain from publicizing this search team that you've put together? Are all of those people that work under the JLR investigates search team, are you going to pay them all?
a crowdfunding. I don't know what it would be. I'm thinking, trying to give like an analogy of what. But let's go back to this interview, folks, because this is how it seems like this is how the United Cajun Navy got brought into this mix right here, and this is an Nancy Grace panel.
I mean, I guess I didn't quite get the clarity I wanted in the sense that did the Proudfoots know that this search was going on with the Cajun Navy? Were they being called? Were you guys being alerted about this? Did you hear from a YouTuber that they found something, that the cadaver dog, or I'm sorry, the search dog started jumping? Or, were you just kind of blind to all of this? Over your shoulder doing your search?
No, ma'am. So here, to set that record straight and help the United Cajun Navy. So somebody's got a picture out there saying that we were enjoying a dinner when we're actually out there, got flyers at a dinner table because we need to eat. My wife was on the phone with the Cajun Navy. That's how the Cajun Navy was brought in. And we talked to the president of the United Cajun Navy. He put us in touch with their team that was here locally in Nashville. Then that young lady reached back out to us, gave us some more information. We gave her some more details. Then they said they would start a search, but we also had them get in direct contact with the TBI agent as well as Sumner County's Sheriff's Department. We provided all that information. They reached out to them, got some information. They pushed outside of the areas that had been searched already.
This guy's not even done yet, man. But like, dude, yeah, he sounds so suspect, doesn't he? Doesn't he sound so suspect? He's describing in absolute fine detail the details of the cooperation. I mean, they're beyond cooperating. What he's describing right now is beyond cooperation. That is not what suspects do. That is not what suspects do. They're talking to everybody. They're liaising with everybody. Law enforcement pulled back and they hired a professional search team. Didn't even hire them. Just asked for their help. What? Why would they do that if they're guilty? Now, I'm not saying they're innocent. I'm not saying that. I don't fucking know. But I'm going to assume they are. And so far, I still got plenty of reason to assume that they are. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me more than this bullshit. You got to give me more than some bullshit about him spanking a kid. You got to give me more than he overtalks his wife. I need more than that before I start throwing accusations that people are child murderers of special needs kids. Like you got to give me more than that. that I'm going to accuse a mother of having knowledge of it at least. Bunch of irresponsible fucks.
Conducted a search. Somehow or another, they linked up with the bio father, who supposedly got a tip from somewhere. Whether or not it was credible or not, we don't know. But it led them to searching on federal property without permission, which is where we have been informed at some point that there was allegedly a hit on something, but it turned out to be nothing, and they were asked to leave the property immediately or the cops are going to be called because it was trespassing based off of a tip that the bio father received.
Interesting, right? So Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, and, you know, I don't believe anything he says, but maybe he's telling the truth here. Is he telling the truth? How does the United Cajun Navy even get brought into this mix? Well, according to Chris Proudfoot, what you just said is that photo of them inside the barbecue, the BBQ, that's Katie right there. Hello, Cajun Navy. We need your help. We need your help finding Sebastian. Ding, 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 ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Right. People are saying that these people aren't doing anything, but now that I know that it was them that got the Cajun Navy involved, I'm more relieved. People are like, they're not doing anything to find Sebastian. What do you mean? Like, they got professionals on it. What the fuck is the problem?
Hello. Oh, this is the United Cajun Navy. How can I help you? Hi, this is the Proudfoots. We need your help.
How can you make that sound suspicious? That's what blows my mind, is that JLR is trying to make parents of a missing child, and I know he's the stepdad, and, you know, I'm not trying to take anything away from Seth. I'm saying the parents of a missing child, it's just easier to say it that way, are how are you trying to make the parents of a missing child reaching out to a professional search team to help find their son after law enforcement has pulled back their search? How do you expect, how in your mind do you think that makes them look suspicious? How are you even have the audacity to try to spin that as being suspicious? That's mind-blowing. Why? Because they were looking out for the safety of their team, because they received threats just following the shade you threw at them and the threats that Dolly Vision basically gave. I mean, how can you blame them? And you're sounding salty as fuck because you jumped on a bandwagon, and now that bandwagon isn't letting you on. They're saying, nah, dude, you're off right here, bro. Like, you're not riding with us, dude. You don't get to go to the jamboree that is all the clicks and views. You don't get to go to the YouTube jamboree. Sorry. And you got pissy about it. Both you and Dolly got all pissy about it. Bull Sweat Betty fucking got all pissy about it too, because you guys don't give a fuck about this missing kid. You're sitting here and straight up saying that if the Cajun Navy asked for volunteers to not do it, why? Why wouldn't you jump to the opportunity if you're willing to go out there and search? Why wouldn't you jump to the opportunity of being part of an organized search? They're not gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you what do you think's gonna happen? You stumble into the wrong thing and then somebody shoots you in the back of the head because they're trying to cover it up? What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you trying to imply that the Cajun Navy is trying to steer everyone away in this organized effort to steer everyone away from finding Sebastian? Like, are you fucking kidding me with that? I'm telling you, if you follow this asshole and listen to the shit and you take what he says seriously, you're a fucking moron, dude. Seriously, you've got to be stupid. You've got to be stupid. Like, it's stupid in the way that I don't feel guilty calling you stupid. You know what I mean? There's people that are stupid that you feel guilty about saying, hey, man, you know what I mean? You don't call them stupid. You're just, okay. you know, because they're nice enough people. But he's such a fucking shitbag that I don't mind fucking calling him stupid, and I don't feel guilty about it at all. And the people that follow him, you've got to be a shitbag if you entertain this shit and support it. Seriously, like, you have no idea, and it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter if it turns out that one or both of these people, the Proudfoots, had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance. It's not going to matter. Just because you get to say, hey, we were right. But the thing is you don't have anything tangible to fucking base that on now. As far as what you know, there's nothing that is solid that makes them guilty of something. Nothing. So no matter what happens, this is why it doesn't matter. No matter what happens, if it turns out that the Proudfoots did have something to do with Sebastian's disappearance, you don't get to brag about it because you made your assumption as a guess. It was just a guess. That's not the same as knowing the answer to the problem. You just guessed. You took a chance. You took a chance on someone's well-being. You took a chance on someone's well-being who might have been innocent. For all you know, because you don't have enough information to dictate that they're guilty of anything. You don't even know that a crime took place. How can you sit here and say they're guilty of a crime that you don't even know fucking took place? And again, if I've said it 100 times, I'll say it 1,000,000 times. It's dangerous to spin the narrative that this child is no longer with us. It's dangerous to imply guilt on someone because it implies that they did something to this child, and chances are it's something that entails this child not being with us anymore. Therefore, people aren't looking for a missing child anymore. They're just too busy pointing fingers rather than looking for a kid who's probably out there and needs help. Pointing fingers at somebody takes eyes to the place that the fingers are being pointed at, which takes away from what needs to be looked at. Those eyes are needed. The ones that are so fucking fixated on whatever you're pointing your fingers at, those eyes are needed on looking for Sebastian, period. So by sitting there and pointing fingers at somebody, you are hindering the chances of this young man being found. You are hindering the chances of him being found safely. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single person who contributes to this shit. Like, it grosses me out that it happens with every fucking case, man. You know? Every missing persons case, this shit happens. It's so fucked up. Either they don't get enough attention or they get so much attention that it fucks up the investigation. You know? I mean, there's so many. Oh, anyways, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me so late tonight. It means a lot. And I am going to be live tomorrow. I think I set that for 4 p.m. I'm going to go over the latest decisions made by Judge Beverly Cannoni in the Karen Reed ordeal. This is it's pretty mind-blowing. So but I am going to wrap this up. I am exhausted. I had a very full day today, actually. And I have a steak marinating, and I can't wait to cook it and eat it. Like I was just putting it to marinate when Pascal started talking about it with Seth. I was like, oh man. So I am stoked. I'm gonna make that thing, and I'm gonna find something to watch, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I will see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for all the support. I love you guys very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.